Hey everyone, you're listening to the official podcast of 4PlayerNetwork.com. Check us out at that address for everything you need to know about our community, monthly giveaways, and nightly live streams. You can even support us on Patreon at patreon.com/4Player. And last but not least, you can catch the live recordings of these podcasts every single Thursday night on our Twitch channel. We hope to see you there. Enjoy. Podcast. This is episode 531. I just realized I don't know how to control.
We're already out of control.
Oh my god!
Oh, we've already lost control of this.
I've totally lost control of this podcast already. Anyways, sorry.
Hand me the thing. I'll do it.
Here, pass that to Nolan. Nolan, who is here.
That was a good team effort.
Nolan, who is here on the podcast. Say hello, Nolan.
Hey, what's up?
Why did you skip me?
Well, because he started talking.
Oh.
Crispy's here.
Hey, I'm here too.
Hello, Crispy. And Chris Davis will be joining us here shortly. This is our Christmas. I don't know if I should call it special. We've already opened gifts.
Oh, it's special.
Just know that we had a really good time before recording this podcast, and if you're interested to see what we got and what happened before the show, it'll be up on YouTube, I'm pretty sure, within a couple days.
One hopes.
But before we start, I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody out there listening. Thank you for listening to the show, and for everyone who's tuning in tonight to watch this very festive, very colorful podcast we have. Look at this backdrop, guys. I made this myself.
This is very lovely, Nick.
I handcrafted that garland.
This is so
in Illustrator.
Lovely. All these poinsettias and these bubbles.
I like how Nolan is tickling the bottom of the mistletoe like it's a ball
there is
sack.
mistletoe right there.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that was a nice little touch I threw in there.
There you go.
There is mistletoe as promised in the tweet that went out earlier today.
Yes.
But yeah, fucking this is our last regular show of the year.
2017.
2017
It's done.
is a done deal. Next week we'll be recording our 2018 preview show.
See, I had a conversation with Chris Davis about this before the show, and he was under the impression there wasn't a show next week.
No, that's the week after that. It's not a show.
No, I understand that, but we can't do one next Thursday because of a reason I brought up a long time ago.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, I'm good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
because Thursday doesn't work very well for me.
All right, well, good.
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
there's going to be like 8 Filipinos in this house.
Oh right.
So
we'll have them all on the show.
Oh yeah, perfect.
I'm sure they all play games, right?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I mean, like NBA 2K.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Oh.
But anyways, yeah. So Brad was just here.
Yep.
With Henry in tow.
Mm-hmm.
And we opened gifts and exchanged stuff, and it was fun.
The floor is littered with packaging. It does look like a Christmas morning.
Yeah, it looks like Christmas morning in here, which is kind of cool. But yeah, if you're curious about that, check out the video. I'm sure it's going to be up on YouTube very soon. But without further ado, let's jump into our normal podcast, affair here. I want to start the show off like we always do. This is our last feedback of the year.
Damn.
Oh, unless maybe I'll read some next week.
No, you already said it. It's done.
All right, done deal. No feedback. anyways, if you have anything you want to say, anything you want to respond to that we talk about tonight, of course, you can leave a comment at 4playernetwork.com. We will get to it at the start of our next regularly scheduled podcast, which will be in like 3 weeks. It'll be January.
Yeah.
But I do want to read some feedback from our last episode. Right now, first comment comes from Burnsy79. He says, Nolan's suggestion that Sinran Kagura should get VR support has already happened.
Oh, shit.
Sinran Kagura Peach Beach Splash.
That's the latest game.
Got an update back in October to support VR in a few modes.
Oh, wow, okay.
Sounds...
I mean, I don't own Peach Beach Splash. I get lots of emails from Xseed, the publisher of Sinran Kagura, but I don't own it.
Maybe that could be arranged. I feel like this is something that needs to happen. You should.
I don't have like an Oculus or a Vive or.
Oh, is it only for?
I mean, that's my assumption. I don't. I doubt it has like.
Isn't it on PlayStation?
It is, but it's also on. I don't know. I'm making assumptions here. I really don't know.
You should do some reursearch and let us know.
I mean, if it's on PSVR, I guess I'll play it.
That is absolutely something that should happen, I think. Haste says, from someone who has max 360 kilobytes per second download.
Ew.
Ooh.
What is this, 1997?
I believed it would be quote unquote 1 minute to midnight when the net neutrality vote happened. For those who not familiar with blank minute till midnight, 1 minute to midnight basically means DEFCON 0.
Yep.
Yeah. The Doomsday Clock.
The Doomsday Clock. Also, after having experienced such a flurry of foreign yet strangely arousing sensory stimuli during the establishing shots of Blade Runner 2049, yes, I can completely agree with that. I found myself feeling similarly intrigued while watching all that shit happen in the new Death Stranding trailer. Makes me overly optimistic, even though we know jack of all shit about that gameplay itself. I think it's very easy to see a trailer like that and like forget that it's missing a very key component to what you should be looking for in a trailer for a game, which is of course the gameplay or hints as to what the game actually is. But yeah, there is a lot of fascinating shit in that weird ass trailer that we saw a few weeks ago for Death Stranding, and it kind of it gets your attention from like
it definitely does
a storytelling perspective. So I'm certainly interested to find out why they all have babies in their stomachs. Or
well, that was just that one scene. If they're carrying the baby in that little amniotic sac,
that is equally intriguing. Yeah. Why do they all carry babies with them?
Don't shake it.
Something tells me
I don't know that they do.
Ooh.
There are two of them.
I think it's just the one. No, we just saw the one baby.
There's just one.
All right, sorry. Let's pull back for a second.
Floating
Why does that one guy carry a baby? Like, it's still bizarre and intriguing, and I can't wait to find out more.
I'm curious
about it.
Floating a little tank of barbecue sauce.
But yeah, I think we're all very excited, but I do think people are eventually going to start losing their patience if they don't start showing some hint of gameplay soon. If they come out with another like cinematic trailer like this, I think people are going to be like, "Come on, come on." Halcyon 9 says,
"Oh shit,
what?
No, my bad. What are you going?"
Halcyon 9 says, definitely excited for Monster Hunter World. Not a super hardcore Monster Hunter fan, but I definitely love the series. About a few things that were talked about on the show, Nick. No, I don't know why he's... Yeah. Anyways, in past games, there isn't a normal free roam option without a time limit, but there are Harvest Tour quests, which let you go into the map, which usually don't have big monsters on it.
Okay.
I've seen articles about a full exploration mode in World, though. In the beta, the quest time limits were 20 minutes, I think, and which...
They were.
They were. But in the full game, quests are usually 50 minutes. There's a separate timer that starts after you kill the monster that gives you enough time to carve... Wait, to carve?
Yeah, to carve. So like when you
carve
kill
off pieces of the monster.
Yeah, when you kill the monster, you have to take some time to carve materials.
Gotcha. I forgot about the carving aspect. Yeah. You might be hard pressed if you were in another area though. I've never had problems with the carving timer. The quests usually have more drops that you'll get as a reward after finishing it. This brings on another aspect of hunting monsters.
Yeah.
Aiming for and breaking parts and cutting tails can give you more drops.
Because then you can carve up the tail and then carve up the carcass.
Gotcha.
Cool. That's a lot of details I wasn't clear on. And all of that sounds excellent.
Cool. He also adds one more clarification. Clarification on the more drops, quote unquote. Quests have a separate loot table other than cards.
Yeah. So like you get things for completing quests.
Well, after hearing all that, I'm still not going to play it.
No?
I don't have time.
Oh, I'm going to.
Well, I think time is kind of the biggest.
Fucking hard for Monster Hunter.
We'll see what happens. I feel like that's one of those games that I'm like interested in playing, and I say I'm going to play it, and then it just never materializes.
That's what I've been saying about Monster Hunter for at least the past decade, which is why I've now decided that yes, I am okay like not playing it.
I feel like this is the one that's like the most.
This is the one.
This is like the one that seems like the most logical place to jump.
The most accessible one as well.
Yeah.
But they're saying that like the story for it's like only 40 or 50 hours long.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Only.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyways,
the story is only like 1% of the game.
Fuck that. Thank you guys so much for your feedback. Of course, we do drawings every month. Anyone who leaves a comment or retweets our podcast every week is entered in the drawing, and we give away a free game every month to someone who we pick at random. And you can pick a game up to a $60 value. And I'll probably be announcing 2 winners because I actually didn't announce a winner in November. So I'll announce a winner 2 winners next week for December and November. So I'll pick 2 names. But yeah, that's all we got there. So let's talk about video games. There's some stuff.
Damn.
And of course, I like to start with the newest kind of the new hotness, I guess. Which I think the closest thing we have this week to new hotness is going to be Nolan's game,
Okay.
Never Stop Sneakin. He's trying to find the overlay. I swear it's in there.
Oh, right there. It's in the middle.
It's
Second
There it is.
second down.
from the
Second
top.
down.
Second from the top. Boom.
Oh.
There you go.
There it is. Oh my god, I was holding my breath that entire time.
All right, Never Stop Sneaking.
This is a Switch
Damn.
exclusive, isn't it?
It is, yes.
For now.
Yeah,
now.
well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
It'll probably
For
come
now,
to
it's a
PC.
Switch exclusive. It's from the guy who did Dust.
Dean Dodrill.
Yeah, Dean. No, that's a Pokemon, Chris Davis.
No, that's his name.
Dean Dodrill is a Pokemon. This is the guy that did Dust and Elysian Tale. So yeah, I went into this game fairly blind. I had seen the original trailer. I knew it was, Metal Gear Solid 1, I don't want to say
like a
parody, but like in that style.
It was definitely harkening back to Metal Gear
Yeah.
Solid 1 when you
And
first saw
I know the concept.
But it was also like not taking itself as seriously as Metal Gear
Oh
Solid 1.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Do you want to know like why everything's going on?
Oh,
yeah.
no, we got to spell out the plot for him.
Well, no, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
Set it up.
So, you're a nameless soldier pretty much on this island, and the reason you're here is because I forget the guy's name.
Amadeus Guildenstern.
Amadeus Guildenstern. He was in 1960,
45.
1940.
Jesus Christ, Chris Davis.
45. Was it really
Yeah.
45?
Yeah.
I thought it was after JFK.
No, FDR.
Oh, FDR.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, FDR died.
Yes. Why do I feel like you're about to actually start spelling out like a Metal Gear Solid plot to me?
Kind of. So FDR dies. The line of succession would be vice president. They can't find the vice president. So then Secretary of
They can't
State?
find him?
It's the.
Secretary of State?
Yeah, I think so.
Secretary of Defense? Yeah, so on and so forth down the line. The next person who is in charge down
Speaker
that
of the
line of
House, then
succession.
Secretary of
Speaker,
State.
Speaker of House, thank you. Then Secretary of State becomes president. Can't find him. Can't find him. Can't find him. They finally.
They're just missing?
Yeah, for some reason. Finally, the one they find is Amadeus Guildenstern, the Postmaster General. He becomes president of the United States for 37 minutes until they find the vice president and make him president of the United States. He feels wronged.
He was in the bathroom.
Yeah, he feels wronged by this. So he built a time machine, has gone throughout time and kidnapped every single president ever.
All the presidents.
All of the presidents. And so you are on a rescue mission to save the presidents.
Even William Henry Harrison.
Yes.
Even.
That's the guy that was only president for like 30 days, right?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, that's the concept of this game. It's pretty fucking over the top. Like the fucking very beginning, the first thing that happens,
First cutscene.
the first cutscene is you see, the commander,
Major Milestone.
Major Milestone. You see him. Chris Davis, have you played this?
Yes, I played it this afternoon.
Okay. You have an immaculate memory for this shit.
I was like, wait a
This is
second.
great.
You should let him tell it.
No, shut up. I played this game first. So anyway, Major Milestone's on like a jet carrier, and a bunch of troops on the plane. It's doing the Metal Gear Solid thing. It's all serious. It's panning down all the troops in the seats and stuff. And like the Major walks up with a coffee cup and he like sets it on a table that's in like the fucking like carrier. And then like the back door opens, and I'm like, dude, that cup's gonna fall out, and it does. And then Major Milestone jumps out after it, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's an important cup. But then he just like falls past it. And then he just does a flip and lands on like a helicarrier in the middle of the ocean. Just lands there.
And catches the cup.
Yeah, he does catch the cup. So anyway, that's how the game starts. So, as you've been seeing from the footage, it's the top down, it's isometric, it's you running around.
It's actually very visually like harkening back to certain sequences in like Metal Gear
Oh
Solid
no,
1,
totally.
Yeah.
where it's top down.
So there are I guess two ways you can attack. We'll kind of make it generic. So you can melee someone. So if you come into physical, so here's the thing with this game. There is one thing button. I don't say button because it's the joystick. That is all you use.
There are no buttons.
There are no buttons that get used in gameplay. It is just running around and sometimes standing in one spot for a couple seconds. So anyway,
Interesting.
so you'll notice that when
Must
I
have
melee
made
someone,
development
it's
fairly
because
simple.
I've come in physical contact with them. I automatically melee them. That's the same for people. For turrets, you cannot melee a camera though. So if it's similar to Metal Gear Solid, you have the cone of vision. You can see where the people are looking, so you'll know if they're going to see you or if you can hit them. If they do see you, and you see on the top right, I have 4 bullets right now. If I have a bullet, he will automatically shoot them.
Oh.
And the cool thing about this is if multiple people see you, he will automatically shoot everyone at the exact. Like, it's like,
But then you're
it's
out of
pretty
bullets.
quick. But yes, as you see, I just used a bullet right there.
So it's almost like in a weird way, it's kind of like lives. But like when you run out of bullets and you get caught,
you do have hearts.
Yeah.
So I can
And armor.
I can currently get hit 5 times before I will die because I have 2 sheet-like armors on my hearts and I have 3 hearts.
Gotcha. So it's like each bullet is like a fuck up.
Kind of, yeah. It's like, oh, I messed up, I get a bullet. And also, so I think it might have just happened. I can't remember. Or it happens at some point in this footage. You have EMP grenades. So if you get seen by a turret or a if you get seen by a turret, no, it's only if you get seen by those things and you're out of bullets.
Does it look like the chaff grenades from Metal Gear Solid 1 where it's like little things floating in the air?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you also have smoke grenades. So if you're out of bullets and an enemy sees you, he'll throw a smoke grenade. So temporarily they can't see you and you can attack them.
Which doesn't work on turrets or cameras, though.
Correct, only on people. Same with EMP grenades not working on people.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so you'll notice that I picked up some, like you can pick up cards from enemies when you hit them. Certain ones have key cards, and you can use those to get into certain rooms where you might find a package. If you collect all the packages that are on that floor, you get a bonus to your points. If you, there also will be upgrades or like boosters, perks that only last for that level.
Yeah.
Sorry, not that level, that mission. A mission is comprised of multiple
So the game
levels.
is mission-based?
Yes.
Okay.
So the point of the missions is you're going to, get, what is it called, Chris Davis? EMS? PMS? What is it?
ESP.
ESP.
Espionage.
Espionage is what you're collecting. All the little...
You're collecting espionage?
Yeah, all the
That's
little
your currency.
dots you see me picking up are espionage dots. They just call them ESP. And so those are your currency, and you use that outside of battle to build up your base. So the whole point, so far, what have I been playing, is I'm trying to build an underground base. So, name?
Amadeus Guildenstern.
Amadeus Guildenstern can't see what we're doing because he can see it, so we have to build an underground base for some reason.
Because he has a time machine in which he can just press a button after the mission and resets everything.
Yeah. So if he sees what you're doing, he'll reset it. So you have to do stuff underground. So anyway, so we're trying to build an underground base, but before we can do that, we need to build like a mess hall so people can eat, and like latrines, and like a med bay. And
so it's
kind of
like, it's also kind of like, not in the exact same way, but it's kind of similar to like Metal Gear Solid 5's like...
Kind of, yeah. You have to, so that is the case because in a small sense.
Yeah,
you have to collect people as well. So you can't build a workshop until you get an engineer, and you can't build a medbay until you get a medic. So you'll be sent on rescue missions because Amadeus Guildenstern has captured multiple of these people, and I think somewhere in this footage I rescue a guy.
And at what point do you actually rescue do you rescue like the presidents like one at a time?
I doubt it. So I'll get to that. As you can see, I'm on level 3-2 or something like that. I missed which one it was. I was going pretty quick through those scenes just because there's no point in just hanging out on that in level screen. I got a bunch of points. Yeah, so I just used a bullet there because the guy saw me before I could come in
Turn and
contact
look
with him.
straight at you.
Yep.
Do you get penalized for using bullets?
Nope.
Okay.
No
I mean,
penalty.
other than losing the bullets.
So
I mean, bullets are precious, but they're also automatic uses.
But what I'm
they're
saying is
get out of death free.
the gameplay is designed around you using them from time to time.
correct. There's no reason to preserve them.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you'll multiple times, I think at some after I've gone pretty far into like like I said, there's 3 levels each comprised of like 3 sub levels. If I'm on level like 3-2 and I have like 5 bullets, I'm like, I don't care. Like I'm not gonna get seen 5 more times, so I'll just start shooting. I'll just run quickly and just let people see me, so I don't automatically shoot them.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those things like you when you run out of bullets, something you have to be more careful.
Correct. If you don't have any bullets, you have to be careful. As opposed to, see, like right here, I didn't care. I'm like, whatever, EMPs, whatever. I'm close to the end.
It looks like it
anyway.
has like cool, like really satisfying like feedback when you.
It's pretty satisfying. The other thing is the levels are different. Like right now, I'm in like a base, like Metal Gear Solid, but there are different styles of levels. There are exterior places, like you'll be in jungles and stuff like that. And some of the lighting, like sometimes like lightning will go off, and the problem with that is then you can't see people's cones of vision because like it's super bright. So you've seen me fought a couple of bosses, and so the boss fights work a little bit differently.
It's Dr. Acula.
Yeah, Dr. Acula is this boss. There's also Vice President Helicopter.
Who is a helicopter?
See, like a Hind D.
Yes. No, he's kind of. He's a helicopter.
He's a Huey.
But he is a helicopter, and he's the vice president
Of the United States?
Yes.
Of the evil executive branch. That's
Correct. That is what he refers to himself as, the evil executive branch. This is Dr. Acula. He might be a Dracula. And so, as you see, I can't come into contact with him. If I do, he'll hit me. So what I try to do is I try to lure him into the lights, which stuns him, and then I can hit him. The boss I was fighting earlier is almost like Vulcan Raven. Him, I just literally have to hit him, but he runs around a lot.
Wasn't he actually like an anthropomorphic bird, though?
Not in this. This isn't.
That's a different game.
Yeah,
What was I
that's
thinking of?
the Guild. Not Guild of Dungeoneering. Bullet.
Enter the Gungeon.
Enter the
Oh,
Gungeon.
Enter the
Thank you.
Gungeon. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's an anthropomorphic
Raven
bird.
Vulcan.
Yes, Raven
Yeah.
Vulcan. But anyway, so in like, for example, when I'm fighting Vice President Helicopter, you have to use a rocket launcher, which will randomly drop on the map, and then you have to go pick it up and then stand still for long enough. So anyway, so I finished my mission. I achieved my goal, and I think actually already in there, I think I rescued someone. Yeah, I rescued this character actually, and so that's the other thing. So as soon as you rescue someone, that unlocks that as like a playable character. You can play as a bunch of different people, and you also unlock weapons.
Do they have different like abilities and stuff?
I'll
or-
get there, Nick.
Oh.
I'll get
And also,
there.
once you achieve your objective, you can just leave the map.
So yes, you can immediately leave. You can evac the mission.
Yeah.
But then you just don't get like extra monies, ESP.
Yeah.
So I think actually right here you're gonna see me rushing because I was like, oh, let me just do like a rush. Like I don't care. Like I'm just gonna rush through the level. But yeah. So you also unlock other types of weapons, like a big piece of sausage or like a banana. Or like, yeah, I don't know. He has melee weapons, and they're
Power
just
tools.
Yeah, power tools, a plunger, and like a bottle of spray stuff. And so now we're gonna get into the parts of the games I don't like. All those people you unlock, they're just skins. All those weapons you unlock,
no.
they're just skins.
That's unfortunate.
I've played this game for 3 hours now. I've done the exact same thing in every mission,
Oh, that's.
and I'm worried that that's all the game's gonna be.
But, like...
What do you mean, but? I fought the same bosses like 4 times each.
No, I get that. I'm just saying as far as the skins go, I'm like... I was scrolling through them, and there's at least, like, 30 of them.
But they don't do anything.
One of them's a goddamn helicopter.
It
Okay,
doesn't
I have
matter.
to wonder.
I've already played as who's the robot that you buy shit from?
Far Eye?
Far Eye. I've unlocked him. He's a floating robot. He doesn't do anything though.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's one thing I'm worried about. And I actually ended up I was casting this the other day, and after like 2 hours, however long, I was like, guys, I'm kind of done. I ended up switching to Yakuza because like this, it's very fucking repetitive.
Man, that's disappointing.
And that's the thing I'm worried about. And someone in chat was saying, I don't remember, it might have been you, Chris Davis.
Because at
You were in
its
chat when I
core,
was
like
playing.
it looks.
No,
like,
at its
looks
core, it's
cool.
fucking great. But I just need something different. And so I heard it was like 12 hours maybe, somewhere around there,
Yeah.
which is a pretty fucking long game. And my worry is if it's 12 hours of this, I'm done already. Like, I don't need to
Damn.
play anymore.
So
I've enjoyed the time I spent with it. But if at I'm 2.5 hours in, whatever, if at hour 4 it mixes up, I'll keep playing.
I guess the only yeah.
But so that's the thing is I don't have the underground base yet, and I'm 1 mission away from getting it. And so my hope is once I get that,
Yeah, maybe get to that point and see if it opens up a little bit and starts giving you more options.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's my main worry. Don't get me wrong. Everything I've played, I've enjoyed. It's just if it's 12 hours of the same thing, I don't want that.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Well, keep going if you.
No,
let us-
like I
let
said,
us know.
I'm definitely going to at least get to the underground base and see if that mix. Like I said, I haven't interacted with any presidents yet.
Yeah.
It's all been me trying to unlock ESP and find captured people.
Because the
So-
story sounds charming too. Do you-
No. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't even mention that. The writing's fucking amazing in this. It's
Great.
hilarious.
Is there enough of it you think to like carry it through maybe some of those slower?
No.
Okay.
Like I said, if it's 12 hours of this, I'm done. But if it mixes
Boo.
things up, I'll keep playing.
Yeah.
As much as a Metal Gear Solid visual parody as it is, Like there's no codec conversations except for like at the very end of a mission.
Correct. You don't have conversation during the mission. The only time anything will pop up during the mission is when Major Nelson, what's his name?
Major Milestone.
Major Milestone will tell you, hey, your objective's on this floor. That's the only thing that'll ever really pop up during the mission.
Shame.
But yeah, and like I said, I think it's just because I've been doing a lot of missions that I've only fought like 5 different bosses, and you fight them like as you saw, there's like 3 levels. So the first mission's only like 1 level, and the second one's like 2, and then like 2 and 2, and eventually it starts getting 3. I don't know if they're gonna get longer than that. But because of that, in a mission with 3 levels, you fight 3 bosses. And since I've done like 4 or 5 3-level things, I've fought the same bosses like over and over. No, it's randomly, it's procedurally generated. Every floor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, like it's not unique. Here's an outside one. It mixes and matches. The bosses are kind of random, but they pull from a pool of the bosses.
I also think like the inside, like when I was watching the inside levels, I feel like its visual style worked better
than when you're outside.
Spaces. When you're outside, it looks kind of like something on the
Kind of looks
N64.
like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, it looks like something on the early
Yeah,
PlayStation or
Chapter,
N64
yeah.
or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
I just think the most interesting thing about the game is the fucking control scheme.
The fact that you
it's-
only use an analog stick to play the whole game is pretty crazy. I mean, I guess outside of mission, you'd press A and stuff to select. But yeah, during missions, like you'll notice I go to computers and I hack them to get the ESP out of them, or I have to whatever, and it's just
You're not pressing one, you're
you
just
just stand in
standing
the
there.
circle.
Yeah.
That's weird. I mean, the kind of like quick arcadey gameplay matched with the singular focus on positioning makes me think of like a cross between Hotline Miami and like Hitman Go.
It's similar to that.
You know, like it's weird.
So like I said, I think actually here's an example of me evacing. Like I unlock this character and I evac out because I thought I was about to unlock the underground base, but I think if I do one more mission, I'll unlock it. I was panicking before the show because I was waiting for everyone's presents to arrive, so I didn't play. I didn't want
I
to.
have a sneaking suspicion that you're.
Well, never stop
Never
sneaking,
stop
Nick.
sneaking suspicion.
So I have a sneaking suspicion that your concerns are probably not going to be alleviated, because this is also one of those, this is one of those games that was like announced very quickly, and it was not shown much of, and it was just like, oh,
pretty
by the
cheap,
way,
too.
it's coming out soon, and it's cheap. It's just
You never know, Nick.
you never know.
There's
Well, so-
still
well,
magic
see,
in the world.
Nick, here's the thing I worry about, or not worry about, well, kind of. Pokemon Man, whatever his name is.
Dean Dodrill.
Yeah, him. His name's a Pokemon
I've
name,
met
Nick.
the man, okay? He's a
Okay, well,
nice
why didn't you
guy.
capture him?
Just think of a Beedrill
His first
wearing
game.
a leather jacket.
Yeah. His
I
first
can picture that.
his first game was what, $20? How much was Dust and Elysian Tale?
I think it was $15.
$15, and that was like a 35-hour game.
And that was
was unique as fuck.
that was a pretty
It had a
deep
good
game,
story, a good gameplay. So as soon as I heard that Pokemon's making another game, I want to play it. And like I said, I've enjoyed so far what I've played of this. But I don't know, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe on the break I'll play a level real quick and see if it changes things.
Perhaps. Either way, give us an update soon.
Yeah.
The audio design's pretty good, too.
Audio is good. The game looks, I mean, like I said, the outside level is not the best, but I do like the visual style of the game. The audio is good. There's some light voice acting. That's pretty good.
How's the music?
Good. So there's only like one real song.
Yeah.
Never Stop Sneakin'. But it's a good song.
Yeah.
Wait, are you kidding?
Is it 12 hours?
That's it.
No, hold on.
Is it supposed to be like Snake Eater or something?
It's similar to that,
Yes.
yes. Well, it's like
Okay.
a Bond song. It's kind of like that. And then actually, there are more lyrics than that. It actually is a song. And that's the only like song. There is like background. There is like sound. There's like music that goes on. That's just the only song. And the music's pretty good though. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, the audio is done by Hyperdux Soundworks, and they've done some pretty good stuff.
Cool. All right. Well, let us know.
Yeah.
That's kind of exciting and also kind of a bummer.
I just wanted it to be great because and
it may just be good.
It's on the Switch.
Yeah.
And I want more good games to come for the Switch.
Well, there
because
are
I want
good games on the Switch.
I said more. I want more.
I'm enjoying some SteamWorld Dig 2.
More.
Game's
Yeah.
pretty good on the Switch.
Yeah.
Just so you know, game's made for the
I
Switch.
couldn't wait for the Switch. I played it on PC.
Oh my god, it's so smooth as butter on the Switch.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it's gonna be-
Sorry. Good point, Nick. There's been some slowdown in this.
What?
When there's like 4 enemies on the screen and a bunch of stuff is going on, it's chugged a couple times.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's
And I don't know if
Switch version is
maxing out the hardware.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just not optimized for it or what, but you can go back and watch me casting it the other day. There was a couple times where I don't know if chat maybe thought like my feed was messing up, but I was like, nope, guys, that's the game.
Wow.
And it's only happened so far in all I've played. It's only happened maybe like 2 or 3 times. It only lasted maybe 4 or 5 seconds. It wasn't bad.
Dust, its initial version had some slowdown too.
Yeah.
There were
You
some
might need to pull your
sequences.
mic a little bit closer, by the way.
But I mean, he spent years like porting that to every system possible, and
Yeah, he
then
did.
doing like 4K upres ports. Like, you're gonna see like a lot of expanded versions of Never Stop Sneaking.
Yeah.
So
Cool. Crispy,
Hey,
you have a weird ass looking game. I
I
don't
have
even know
a
where to
weird
start.
ass game.
I'm just gonna let you talk about it.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago during the Video Game Awards, we got an announcement from Crow, which is William Pugh's new studio, the guy who did the Stanley Parable, for a game called...
Oh, is that what this is?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes, for a game called Accounting Plus. This is a collab between Pugh and Justin Roiland of Rick and Morty fame.
Yep. I'm excited to hear about this one.
It's fucking weird. It's pretty good.
It's also VR.
I'm going to preface this by saying it is more of an experience than a game,
Okay.
and it's about 30 to 45 minutes long.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
it's not really it. I mean, it is
how long
very
how long was the Stanley Parable? That wasn't a very long.
well.
thing
The
either.
Stanley Parables, there were some playthroughs that took 30 seconds and some that took
That's a Squanch Games.
10. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Justin Roiland's like gaming.
I figured.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I really like the writing. It's a really funny game. I don't know what the game is like trying to say, but it's a hell of a ride. Basically, the whole thing is you are an accountant at this company, and you have to account. You have to be the accountant, and the new hot craze in accounting
Does this
software.
require an accounting degree?
I don't
think that's a thing, Mike.
Just let me get through it. And the new craze in accounting software is VR accounting software. Except when you put on the VR headset, you get lost in VR. So the whole game is just you going through these really weird vignettes and scenes that don't really have anything to do with accounting whatsoever, and doing fucked up shit. Like, you're just doing fucked up shit the whole game. The
Like
game is
throwing
really
staplers.
the game's really fucked up. Like,
I doubt that's fucked up. I'm sure
it's really
something else.
fucking fucked up, man. You'll see. There's some stuff that happens,
I
but
doubt it.
yeah, like right now I'm just fucking around the office. This is the overworld, if you will. It's only the overworld because this is like where your character starts. This is the only part of the game where your character isn't like supposedly wearing a VR headset. And you just,
the character's not wearing a VR headset yet?
you are wearing a VR headset. The character is not.
That's very confusing.
But every level you go into basically ends with you putting on a VR headset and going deeper into VR.
We must go.
So how does it
So
feel to be in
you
VR
get lost.
in VR?
It's fucking terrifying because you get lost in VR and then you end up in the dungeon of the king of VR. And he's just like, hey, I'm the king of VR. Hey, thanks for coming to my dungeon. You should just stay with me here forever. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you about my day. So I eat a lot of food and I don't shit. So, like, I wait and then, like, I take a giant shit. And then there's literally, like
This sounds
turds
like
laying around. And, like, I don't know. Like, I don't fucking know, man. It's weird.
I mean, this sounds like Rick and Morty.
That sounds like-
The whole thing is Justin Roiland doing that Rick and Morty thing where he just like rambles.
Yeah.
That's the whole game. And it's just that.
I'm sure there wasn't actually a game at first. I'm sure they just put Justin Roiland in a recording booth and just had him go for like 4 hours, and they took that audio and made it into a game.
Okay, so I'm about to put on the VR headset, right, to use the accounting. That is definitely a swastika. That was modified to not be a swastika.
I was about to say, did you see that?
I don't know what that was, but so you put on the headset and then you wake up in this like in the forest world, and then you're just kind of like, well, hang on, it's loading. So I'm gonna.
VR takes a minute to load.
Okay, so you're in this forest world, right? And you're just like, oh, this is cool. You know what's going on here? And this is the entirety of the world. It's just this little space. There's like 3 or 4 different places you can stand and interact with stuff. And you just start messing around with shit, and you're like, okay, there's a machine here, and a little stump, and a birdhouse, and then like this dude pops out of this tree, and it's just like, fuck you, get out of here. This is my place. This isn't your place. Fuck you. He's literally just saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Don't touch my shit. Fuck you. It like constantly. And he's like, don't touch my fucking seed, man. That's my seed. Fuck you. Don't. Hey, you're putting my seed in dirt now. It's all fucking dirty. Fuck you. Like, that's the whole game. This is the game! And this phone's ringing, and there's these 2 dudes who are supposed to be your boss, and one of them, I swear to God, is Jim Sterling. I don't think it is, because I didn't see his name in the credits, but it is Jim Sterling. It sounds exactly like him, talks exactly like him. And they're just like, oh my God, this isn't accounting software. You're like fucking stuck. You're trapped in VR. Well, I don't know. Good luck. I would just like keep going, I guess. Fuck you. Like, this is how everybody in this game talks. Like,
Chris, have you ever been to an office building? That's how most people talk.
I know.
That's pretty accurate.
They just ramble and they just say, fuck you.
I just want you to know, watching the footage and seeing that guy leaning out of the stump and talking, and then hearing Crispy's voiceover.
Fuck you! That's like what he sounds like. It's Justin Roiland just saying, fuck you, over and over again. You pull the battery. He's like, oh no, like, fuck you, you broke my thing, you pulled the battery out. And like, they're basically rambling at you, kind of telling you what you need to do.
Sure.
But you put the battery in the tree stump VR goggles, and then you put on those VR goggles, and you go to a different scene. And the next scene I really enjoy, because it's like these street toughs in a city alley, and they're just talking about how fucking like tough they are. Like, yeah, no one's gonna fucking step on us. And you start the scene by like pressing play on a boombox, and it starts playing music, and then they all like look at you and like, whoa, who's this fucking guy? You want to join our gang? We're gonna call you Scooter. Yeah, Scooter. Well, you want to join our gang, Scooter? You gotta do fucked up shit. Show us how fucked up you are, Scooter. Come on, Scooter, do something fucked up. So you just like start doing shit in this alley, like there's a laptop there that's like ready to download a game from the internet, like to torrent something. So you hit like download, and they're like, oh, he's fucking downloading games illegally. That's fucked up. And the frog guy is basically like, what's his face from that Vindicators episode? He's like, yeah. He's like, his whole thing is he's just like, yeah, I don't fucking know. It's stupid. He's like, yeah, they're all just yelling at you. I mean, what's interesting is that that dog character is played by what's his name? American comedian. He was with Matt Berry on Snuffbox and Mighty Boosh. You would know him from Mighty Boosh from the first season. I can't remember his Rich Fulcher. Yeah. So that's weird. There's like Reggie Watts is involved in this game. There's like really famous people like working on this thing. But yeah, you're like downloading shit and like spray painting. They're like, yeah, fuck you, and then like they're like, yeah, oh, Scooter's touching a nudie mag. Oh my God, he's so fucking hard.
Oh my God.
Oh, nudie mag, man. And then this happens until you throw a brick through that window, and then they're all like, oh my God, Scooter, why did you do that? Oh fuck. And then like the cops show up, so there's just like cop lights flashing from down the alley, and it's just a cop saying like, we're the cops and we're here, and we're about to come down the alley. We're definitely walking down the alley now. And like they don't, because they're just kind of like, you know, commenting on
Sure.
how you can use a really cheap effect to achieve something like having blue flashing lights coming from around a corner that you can't ever see around.
Yeah.
So yeah, now they're all fucking freaked out because I broke the window, and the cops are like, we're definitely about to walk down there.
Are we gonna see the entire game in this footage?
Dude, you might. You
Well, then
fucking
I wanna
might.
Stop watching. I
I
wanna
mean,
play it.
like, it's, I don't know, like, weird shit. Like, okay, so there is one thing about this playthrough, though. I recorded this today. I played through the whole thing last night on the feed. But today, I did something that took me to a scene that I didn't see last night. And it freaked me out enough that I took the headset off and stopped playing the game. Because it was just too fucking weird. Like, it was too
Wait,
creepy.
like, are you saying, like, creepy weird?
Yes, it was very creepy. It was a scene where, like, you're just in a fucking dark bedroom that's like covered in trash and shit. Oh, this is the king of the king of VR, by the way. And there's like a thing in the room with you, and it's giant and it's terrifying, and it's not really like trying to scare you, but it's just like really fucking weird. And like the entire effect here is being in a room in VR. You know, like being in a space in VR feels a lot more real than just looking at the flat. Like if you just look at the flat images here on the screen, like it just kind of looks like a thing or whatever. But like being near the king here is like kind of unnerving.
Yeah.
And then there's a part coming up here where you find a knife, and he's just like, "Oh, great, cool, you found my knife. Thanks, man. Thanks for finding my knife." And you can't get out of here until you fucking stab and murder him. In VR, right in front of him, and cut him open and pull his heart out, because his heart is also a VR headset, and then put that on to go to the next area. Like,
Okay.
Look at Nolan.
I know what Nolan's doing. I don't fucking care. It's weird, and like there's nothing to fucking spoil here. It's just this weird shitbox of a game.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
How much money did you spend on this game?
this is $12.
This is $12.
This is $12.
Okay.
And I've already gotten all but like one of the achievements.
This was
The
last-
first
would be
achievement,
achievement.
the first achievement you get is for doing the tutorial, and the achievement is literally like, yeah, you did the thing that the game told you to do, and then it like drops a real trophy in VR, like that you can grab. It's like, there's your trophy. One of the trophies is there's a level with a radio, and if you keep tuning the radio, you find Trophy FM, where they just talk about all the trophies in the game.
Wow, this
And
game
you get a
is-
trophy for finding that trophy.
This game seems
It's
bizarre
really
as
cool,
hell.
and I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great example of like how great storytelling in VR can be, especially if the people making it are just fucked up assholes. Yeah, see, there you go. You murder the king of VR and you cut him open. But like, good God, it's weird. Oh, he's dead.
How'd that feel in VR?
It's so fucking, like, the first time I got the knife, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I stabbed him, and I just kind of stabbed him, and he just starts going, oh, God! Like, it's fucking terrifying. It's so terrifying when you're murdering him. Like,
That scared the shit out of me, Crispy. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Everything in this game is so fucking creepy. There's like the bone xylophones from the trailer, and they're both just like, yeah, hey, fucking play my bones, man. Play my bones. And it's these two skulls in your face, just like constantly talking, and they're just like, yeah, oh, really? Yeah, that was my bone you just played. Like, yeah, play my bones, dude.
Wow.
Fuck this game. It's really good though. I recommend it.
I think you've spoiled already a third of the game.
Dude, I
at
know.
least.
There's a lot of weird stuff I didn't even mention, and there's a lot of stuff I did. I'm trying to get across how weird and interesting it is to most of the people who will not be playing this, because it's a VR title.
Oh God.
Sorry about that. If you want to go back after the fact and add a spoiler tag in this discussion, that's fine. But like, I don't think anything worthwhile about this game is in the surprise of it, because the execution is so fucking unnerving.
Yeah. Dude, I kind of want to play this. Although I don't know when I'm going to have a chance
That's
to.
the secret level, by the way. That's the door to the secret level. You have to do something to get in there. And then that's weird. And everything in this game is weird.
Wonderful.
And yeah, and these skulls, see, I'm playing the bones, and these skulls are just like, yeah, fucking play me, dude. Yeah, keep fucking hitting my bones. Keep playing me, dude. Yeah, I fucking love it when you play me. Keep hitting me, play my bones, dude. And multiple levels, you can't end without killing yourself. And in this level, you can kill yourself with stomach acid. So,
Oh my God.
so yeah, there you go. Oh, look, there's the stomach acid. I just poured on myself, and I
I feel
died.
like VR is still so much. It's like it's early enough in the life cycle of VR as like a technology that there's going to be so many just weird, like, a lot of people don't know what to do with it yet. So like, let's just make the weirdest shit we possibly can.
Well, I mean,
Because it's different, like you said, it's different seeing it versus actually being in it.
There's a lot of interesting ideas floating around in VR, and even when they don't work mechanically, it's nice that people are experimenting.
Oh, they're trying things.
And,
yeah,
and I think
that might give someone else an idea that might spawn into a better
absolutely. There was another game I played last night as well called Megaton Rainfall that I'm not going to talk about because I didn't play enough of it to really form an opinion, because what I did play I did not like. Because controlling a superhero in VR is like weird. Like it's very not intuitive at all, and like getting that cool moment of feeling like you're flying over the planet is really undercut by the way like hitting left on the stick like literally rotates the camera very quickly without doing that like fade that we've been seeing a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And it's like it's either you have to be in a situation where you can move completely freely in 360 degrees, or you have to rely on that. And like, I don't get motion sickness, and I was getting a little uncomfortable playing that game.
Damn.
But we'll talk about it more. This game though, if you have a VR, please try it. I didn't spoil the best stuff, just the weird upfront stuff. There's a lot weirder stuff that happens. But yeah, if you don't like Rick and Morty, this might not be your cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna check it out.
Accounting Plus.
Did you cast this the other day? Or?
I did. The whole thing is on demand.
Cool.
So
Cool.
with the exception of that one room that I didn't find.
Oh. Okay. Chris Davis, you have a game, right?
I have a game I started playing today. I've only put in like a couple hours.
Okay.
But it's a game people have been harping on Brad about for a long ass time.
Brad talked about it briefly while he was here, why he was not going to be playing this game.
In fact, he was a little perturbed that I was even going to talk about it. It's Tiny Metal.
Well, that's because it does.
Tiny Metal.
It does. What's the
Advance
word?
Wars.
Yeah, I mean it cuts the Advance Wars nerve a little bit for Brad. He's very sensitive about his Advance Wars.
That game.
Yeah.
He needs to get over this shit.
Okay. What? So this is
a turn-based strategy game that's very much Advance Wars, done by
what platform though?
It's on Steam. I want to assume it's going to be on other platforms later.
Okay.
Probably be good on the Switch.
But everything's going to be good on the Switch.
Not everything, but a lot of things.
But it is a cutesy turn-based military strategy game.
I like its visual style.
You play as Lieutenant
Dan.
I think his name is Lieutenant Nick of the nation of Artemisia, the Kingdom of Artemisia.
Whoa, this looks just like Advance Wars.
Yeah, pretty much. And basically you...
Maybe I don't know enough about Advance Wars, but I feel like this doesn't look visually at all like
it's a 3D
Advance
Advance Wars.
Yeah. It's not like...
We're just talking... It's a turn-based... It's a grid-based, turn-based...
Correct.
Strategy game.
Yes.
Hence the comparisons.
You take turns as armies moving units around the map. The game really encourages you to not really be on the defensive, but really be offensive.
Yeah.
As each of your actions, you always want to strike first, because then it will damage the enemy, and the enemy will not be able to respond as well as they could at full strength.
Sounds like Advance Wars.
Which is like Advance Wars. The catch here is the fog of war, or as they call it in the game, they actually give it a reason for it to be existent. It's called miasma.
Isn't that also the name of a game?
It's not revealed until...
There was a word before that.
It's not revealed what's in the vision range of a unit until after their turn has been completed. So you can't theoretically scout out with your units and attack immediately. You're always going to be on the defensive if you're moving forward.
Yeah.
That's weird. It is kind of weird, and it works the same way for the AI in the game. and there's also multiplayer. The story is very ham-fisted. It's
Of course.
very upfront.
The character design was, at least for that guy, was very alarming when he came out and said he actually looks kind of like the guy from the accounting
They have
Counting
yeah,
plus-
the judge
yeah, it's,
or the
I was the guy poking out of the tree. Yeah.
yeah, they're trying very hard to ape Advance Wars in this, but so far there's no CO powers, so you don't have like passive or active abilities you can cast on your units.
2 out of 10.
I really like the way it looks though.
The visual presentation of actual combat and actually zooming in on the map and having your units attack one another, that's actually pretty cool. I do like that. The combat itself, it's more rock paper scissors focused than just any.
So
unit
do you only
can
have
damage
3
anything.
units?
So this is early on in the game. This is like the 4th mission in the game. So at this point, I have
Out
access
of, I would
to,
assume, at least 5.
well, I've got access to infantry, lancers, which are anti-tank or anti-vehicle. I've got metal, which are basically tanks, and then I now have heavy metal, which is it's not music. It's actually just heavier tanks, laser tanks.
I'm
and
not
actually,
stick with music.
They don't give it to you at the beginning, but you can. So when you're on the map, you can capture buildings and factories, and that's how you bring in reinforcements in the game.
You only capture the infantry, I assume?
Yeah, infantry, depending on their strength, it will take them a certain amount of turns to actually capture something.
Oh, you just capture that with a tank.
Dude,
No,
this
I didn't
is-
capture it.
this
I
is-
moved it into the area. You can't capture it with a tank.
So you're just standing on top of the building with your tank.
But I have because
That's how
I moved
tanks
it,
work.
This is Advance
I'm
Wars.
because I moved it into that urban environment. I get a defensive
Smaller.
bonus.
That's cool.
When the enemy is going to attack me. But yeah, infantry is the only one that can actually capture buildings. When you capture a city, it contributes points to towards your economy, as well as allowing you to heal your units.
Sure.
When you capture a factory, that's when you can use those economy points to build and bring in units. And it's not like a certain amount of turns to build a unit. It's immediate, but they're not available for that turn. It's very advanced.
Not
Wars.
a one thing you've said hasn't been Advance Wars.
No, it's very much advanced.
Except that
So
it just
this-
has less units and smaller maps and
And no CO
This sounds a
And
little
no
like
CO powers.
this sounds like a little like someone got really tired of waiting for a new Advance Wars and like fuck it, I'm gonna make my own.
and made
Well, I mean
70%.
that's part of like the description on Steam. The rock paper shotgun like quote that they have is basically them saying because Nintendo won't make a new Advance Wars, these guys went ahead and made their own.
Well, fair enough.
It's kind of weird that I believe this is a Japanese developer that made this.
Why is that weird?
The entire narration of the game is in Japanese, including like the characters and everything, but all the like in-game voices for like your units and things like that, it's all English.
Oh, like when you issue commands. And
Yeah, it's
Huh.
it's strange. I don't quite get it.
It's
The game's alright so far. I'm kind of enjoying it. I really wish there were CO powers. I haven't gotten to like aerial units or like any more like.
What are
ground
CO
units.
powers again? I'm not super
So, like,
familiar with Advance
in
Wars.
Advance Wars, every individual CO has a specific power that they can do. That once they've generated enough ability, you can activate it, and it usually like, so something like there will be one where every turn you repair a certain amount of damage to every unit on the field, or like
Yeah.
there's ones that like.
Can you boost to
Oh, what's
defense or
the
attack?
guy who does like the storm power, where he just like makes it rain for
makes
like
it rain,
5 days?
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of different powers like that.
Yeah.
They're just some of them change up how battle goes. Some of them, boost your defense, health, whatever. So it's just a
it's all about affecting the flow of
correct.
the
It's all about
overall.
timing when you use that CO power and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's like a big part of the strategy in it.
it really is, and that's completely absent from this game.
Do they have any like naval or air units in
That's
this game?
awesome.
So there are air units. I haven't gotten to them yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to believe there are naval units. But again, that's
I
for
want to
long in the game.
believe too.
Is that Brad in chat? I'm assuming.
Yeah, that is Brad.
Brad has popped into chat to alert us to the fact that Chris Davis got him Shadow Tactics. Is that
Blades of the Shogun, yes.
Blades of the Shogun,
which was on my top 10 last year, and I am kind of amazed nobody else played it. It was a really
it did
good
look
game.
cool. It did look cool. I just never got around to it. But yeah, cool.
Yeah, it is kind of like South
What the
Africa.
fuck, Chris Davis?
Wait, what? Are more Chris Davis gifts like coming
They're
in?
finally here.
I got Assassin's Creed Rogue, because I've never
Wait.
finished that. Origami,
Wait, did we all get gifts or something?
Jazz Punk,
No, just him.
Fahrenheit Indigo, Prophecy Remastered.
What?
Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Apparently, he just went through my wish list and gifted me like a
I
shit
give you like a
ton
third of your wishes.
Brothers, Final Fantasy VII on PC. I've actually been meaning to play that for a long time, and that's thanks, Chris Davis. Jesus.
Third of your
Damn. Christmas gifts
Actually,
coming
my
out
Steam
of the
wish
woodwork.
list is actually games I want. So I mean, like, I don't have it like
How long was it?
I don't know. Not that
I
actually.
think
Not
I got
that
like
long.
80 games on there.
I usually keep mine to stuff I actually.
It's
want.
usually stuff that I want to track for sales.
But yeah,
Anyway.
I got your origami. I do encourage you to play that.
No, Origami's been on my list for a while. I remember Brad talking about it a lot. Didn't Brad talk about it last year?
I talked about it.
I know you talked about
least.
it. Yeah, it's been on my list, obviously. So yeah, thank you. I'll get
Cool.
around to playing that.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
And yeah, that's all I've got to say about Tiny Metal. It's cool. I've only played it for a little bit so far, but that's mainly because I started Never Stop Sneakin today, and this also just came out today.
Man, so it's 2017
what-
crunch time. Got to start all those games.
What platform is this again?
Steam.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I've-
Cool.
I've got a quick game to mention. I don't want to talk about it for long because
Good.
Fine, fuck you.
At least let's not make the conversation hollow.
Oh, god damn it, no one. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this then.
Nobody talks like that unless they're making a pun.
Oh my god, that was the worst.
That's how I talk, though.
All right,
well,
I've been
let's
playing.
just say goodnight to this portion of the podcast and move on.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
not. That was a not.
that's
As,
not how you
It wasn't
spell
good, but
that was not as a well. That was a poorly constructed.
I
pun.
made an effort.
You can't tell, but I'm emitting a subsonic groan right now.
Is that what you call your farts?
Man, it's just
The subsonic groan.
I've been playing Hollow Knight.
rumbling.
More Hollow Knight, and I don't want to spend too much time on it because I'm still, in the grand scheme of things, probably fairly early in this game. The footage that I have, you're gonna notice if it runs long enough, is it's just me fighting the same boss 3 times in a row and dying 3 times.
I remember that. I did that a few times.
This game,
I really wish Carlos had stayed because the whole way here he was just talking about
Oh no, Carlos has been
the
fucking
whole
loving
reason.
it.
The whole reason he wanted to come tonight was because he wanted to clown you about this game because of your performance.
because of my performance.
When you played the other night and you got kind of locked into that cycle of defeat and like had to walk away.
Yeah.
So he jumped on right after you and started playing this game from the beginning and got farther than where you were at that point.
This makes me not want to play this game anymore.
Don't do that. The game's fucking good. It's so good. The music's so great. Fucking every
You just gotta work on that hit
Nick,
and run.
go to any
Dude,
like,
I'm gonna be
scene.
honest. I love this game, but like as far as the way the character controls and feels, I don't think I like it more than something like Ori and the Blind Forest.
Dude, a lot of that really like I absolutely get where you're coming from because my first like 5 hours, 6 hours with this game were just like I don't like the way this feels.
I've played
Because
it
a
for 12
shit ton of that-
hours.
A shit ton of that is tied into
Well,
like the charms.
So we
and
talked about that
upgrades.
earlier, Nick. It's possible that you missed charms that I got that made so there's like a charm that makes it so where you don't get knocked back. There's charms that like make your nail longer.
Yeah.
There's charms for fucking everything.
Dude, everything.
And
But I have explored.
I guarantee you, Nick, you've probably explored 5% of this game. There is a lot.
See, hearing shit like that makes me not want to play.
But no, it's like the thing is, it's
But
just
like in a good way.
no. There's like a hallway you missed because it's not lit up and you just didn't notice it. And if you would have went down it, there's like a whole area.
The thing is, I can think of things like right now off the top of my head, I can think of a hallway that I haven't gone down because it's pitch black and I know what I need to get. There's a fucking lantern I need to buy. It's $1,800. I can't hold on to the most money I think I've ever had on me at one time is like $500.
Geo. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
And it's just because like you're
Hey,
essentially
in all fairness, is this where you were when you were having like when you got into that little rut?
No. When I got into that rut the other night, I finished what I beat the boss that I was trying. Like I finished what I was trying to do. I was frustrated, but I did it.
Dude, because fuck Soul Sanctum, man. Like
Soul Sanctum's pretty
like,
tough.
I was...
I do like that boss.
I was like
music.
pulling my hair out with
Which one is Soul Sanctum?
Where you are
This
right
is
now.
Soul
No,
Sanctum.
it's the City of Tears. Oh.
No, this part of City of Tears is called the Soul Sanctum.
Yeah, this area is awful.
Yeah, it is.
Because of these fucking teleporting
Actively
dudes.
awful.
Is this the boss that you find on the roof? Of
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, he was tough for me too, Nick.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
I
and
did
it-
not beat
But
him
you
on
get-
my first couple of tries.
You get something pretty big for beating
I
him.
better,
You
because
get-
goddamn.
You get a new power for
Yeah, I
beating
do believe
him
you get like a new
that's
ability.
like kind of a shake-up.
Oh, I remember which power it is. Okay.
Yeah. You get a big shake-up for beating this guy.
I want to reiterate that I am loving the hell out of this game.
Yeah.
But there are certain things about it that I don't that so far, like everything so far I've gotten like ability wise or it's all basic shit that I've
Yeah.
seen in a million other games.
Yeah.
Like I worked my ass off to get a wall jump, and by the way, this first run here is terrible. Like I just I read someone's tip online for fighting this boss. It was like hug the right wall. So I'm hugging the right wall, and I'm just like fucking eating shit.
I wouldn't say that, Nick. I would say. So my experience with
And
Hollow
then
Knight.
those
Yeah, you got to watch
spikes
over
on-
those spikes. They're a bitch.
Yeah.
Don't. Getting tips from other people online is fine, but don't always take that with certainty
No, I
because
know,
it might
but-
not fit your playstyle. What I would say instead is, it's okay if you die to a boss a couple times.
Dude, I've already fought this boss probably 8 times.
But so what I suggest you do is go into a boss fight and just dodge. Just watch what the boss does. Count. Sometimes he'll do 4 blasts.
Yeah.
So then you'll know, oh, okay, he's about to do one more, and then the opening is to go. So that's how I took Hollow Knight. Was I focused on learning the boss's timing and what they were going to do, and use that to get against them.
and
And
that-
then, like I said, also it's important to know what charms to bring in, and maybe you don't have enough charms yet. I would suggest looking up charms. There are charms there's one that makes you, when you do your heal, makes that go faster. There's one that when you do that heal, it puts a shell around you, so you can take like a hit before it knocks away.
Charms change everything in this fucking
Like
game.
charms are like
And
80% of the
I
game.
noticed you're using that Thorns charm, and like honestly, I was using that for a really long time. And then by the time my acuity got a little better to where I was like better at actively not getting hit,
yeah,
changing that charm out for something else like
it's right now.
completely changed everything.
Sure,
for
I
me.
just don't have anything to swap it out with. Like I'm
Yeah.
literally using the only charms right now that I feel would do me any
So
good.
one thing I'll say right here, especially when doing boss runs, right now, hit that elevator switch again before you run off to fight the boss.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
way when you
send it
come
back
back,
down.
it's already down at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's a nice little tip that will help with frustrations because it's less waiting time.
Yeah.
Secondly, I would honestly just suggest looking up a guide for the charms and finding some, because it makes a world of fucking
Dude, you-
difference.
Maybe I will.
You
Don't ever feel bad
Dude,
by looking
always
up guides for shit.
I always
you
feel
need
bad.
guides.
Especially this fucking game.
Yeah.
Because, Nick, like I said, if I were to bring up, like, if you were to pause the game and bring up your map, and then I'll show you the map of the whole game, it's fucking huge.
No, I get this. I get the sense that it's huge. I mean, I'm just like, people who watch my streams know I'm stubborn. Like I will get frustrated to the point of like wanting to rip my hair out, and like people are like, walk away or go play something else or go do something else, and if I do that, if I do that, it like ruins my night. Like I'm just like I would rather just sit here and rip my hair out than give up. It drives me fucking crazy. That's just the way I've always been.
Yeah.
There's been times where I've died and you have to go attack your whatever it's called, your
shadow
your
thing,
shadow,
yeah.
whatever. My fucking shadow killed me.
No,
Yeah.
my shadows killed me before too, Nick. And trust me,
he's
it
an
happens.
asshole. He's an asshole.
I would not be surprised if I died as many times as you have in this game, Nick. I died. I don't know if there's a counter. There might be. I can't remember.
I don't even
but
wanna
I
know.
have died I died a shit ton in this game.
Yeah.
Like I said, I did stuff that I would suggest you probably don't even try, because it made me want to pull my fucking teeth out.
Oh.
There's a thing called the Coliseum. Did you do the Coliseum?
No, you
Crispy?
remember you telling me not
I've
to do
seen
that.
it, but I've never.
It's like I think I did
I met
most
somebody
of it
who
on,
told me to go to it, and I was
No,
like,
no, no.
I've been warned.
For
No, thank you.
beating it, you get a really fucking good thing. I think it's for upgrading your sword. You can, I forget what they're called. You can collect these things, and you find a sword master, and he'll upgrade your sword.
Yeah.
But to get the final one, you essentially have to find every one of them in the game, and one of them is locked behind the Coliseum. But it was I hated myself because like the problem is the Coliseum is not called the Coliseum because it's hard. It's also long. It's not like it's not you're in an arena for like 2 minutes. You're in an arena for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And if you take too much damage, you're fucked.
Also, Brad just popped in the chat to say how open-ended Hollow Knight is, and don't be afraid to come back. The footage you're watching is after I went and explored an entirely different area and then decided to come back. Like, I waited until... Like, I've been playing for 12 hours, and I've only gotten one upgrade that gives me one more thing of health. I have 6, whatever they're called, vessels for health.
Yeah, so what Brad said, I don't know if that's Brad or if that's Carl. I guess Carlos isn't on that one. Yeah, the Pale Ore is the one you get for the final one. Yeah, so the notch. If you do like the first round or two of the Coliseum, it's not that bad, and you get a notch for it. So an extra charm slot or whatever. That's worth it. But then you don't
I'll
need
go
to
charm
finish
hunting this weekend.
I promise you. Look up a guide. There's a shit ton of charms.
When I open the menu and look at it,
yeah,
damn.
There are definitely some that aren't worth it. So I would say read the description. And then maybe even check with me or Crispy. Because like Crispy was saying, like that Thorn one, I agree. I used it for a long-ass time.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I was like, you know what, honestly...
You get to the point where you can't afford to get hit, so the benefit is negated.
I would rather use that charm slot on something else. And also, you can actually, and I don't know if it's a good idea for you, you can overload. I don't know if you know that, Crispy.
I did know that it's tricky.
It's dangerous. So you can actually put on too many charms. Like, you don't have enough notches. But the problem is you take double damage.
Oh,
so you can have...
No, thank you.
Yeah, you can have one extra charm or whatever that might make or break you, but then you take more damage. Dude, there are charms out there that increase your health, but don't let you re-heal yourself. But if you find, like, all 3 of them, you can have, like, 16 health, like, things. Which is fucking
I would rather
ridiculous.
have that than be able to heal. Because half the time, trying to heal in this game is especially in, like, boss fights, is fucking ridiculous.
No, that's the hardest thing. And so that's what I'm saying, Nick. That's why I say learn the boss... patterns, because then it's not always, oh, here's the opening, don't attack, use that opening to heal. It's about learning when they're gonna stop attacking you, give you fucking a second of peace.
My only question about this game right at this point is, does the way the character controls and feels at some point transcend other other games of this genre? Because everyone talks about this, like, praises this game like super hardcore for like the way it plays, and I there's so much that I love about this game. I think it's absolutely one of the best games out this year. But like, I'm thinking back to some of the very few other Metroidvanias I've played, Ori and the Blind Forest being the most recent one that I've played, and I feel like that character was so much more maneuverable and fun to control. And this character, like, the fact that I have to continuously hit the dash button or I lose my mind because I'm walking so fucking slow drives me crazy.
He's definitely...
I don't know what your definition of, like, super maneuverable is going to be. But I will say that a lot of the actual, like, feeling of the game changes as you unlock more of those charms and advance more, like, drastic.
So I would say the stuff you find in the game is more based on it's Metroidvania in the sense that it helps you get to new areas, like double jump, like wall jump, like there's like
that double or the wall jump I got was like game changing, but like.
But it's a wall jump. I would say everything that affects how the character controls and feels is charm-based. Okay. So yeah, like I said, Nick, I think if you look up some charms, pick out the ones you think that would help you out the most, go and get those. It'll make a world of difference.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
there's definitely a charm I didn't get until I was like 20-something hours into the game. That I'm like, hot damn! If I would have fucking had this 20 hours ago, my life would have been a lot.
I do think this is a game that maybe took a lot of people like 30-something hours to finish.
I think for me it was around 30.
I think it's probably going to take me closer to like 50 or 60. Just because.
But like I said, there was multiple times I played this where I literally just in this area I just stopped and kind of looked around because god damn, this game is fucking beautiful.
No, I think
I am just this is this company's first fucking game.
Yeah.
And like it astounds me.
They really fucked themselves there, didn't
right? They just blew their load.
They set the bar pretty high.
Yeah, like I don't know if Team Cherry is gonna be able to make it. Like this character, this fucking beetle that carries you around. Later on, Nick, you're gonna get an item that lets you hear enemies or any like creatures' thoughts.
Yeah.
And just listening to this fucking Beatles thoughts, he's like so sad, and his legs are hurt, and he's old, and it's like, oh, I feel so bad. Can you take me over here? Like, it's just, dude, like the like some, yeah. Oh my god, the way the NPCs sound, yeah, they're gibberish. Like I said, it's almost like Studio Ghibli-esque. Is what it reminds me of. I don't know. I can't.
I don't get me wrong. I love this game. I think it easily has one of like the most interesting worlds that I've seen in this genre, for sure. And I love the music, and I love the environments and like all this shit. But goddamn, it is.
It's
tough.
You just need to not be afraid to walk away.
I'll work on it.
I know. I know it's tough, but like, man. It feels so good to just put it down and forget about it for a while and then come back and beat the boss first try.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, I'm going to go charm hunting this weekend. I have a 4-day weekend, so I'll do that.
Nice.
We need to take a break. So when we come back from the break, we have only a couple news topics this week. It's the end of the year. It's kind of light on news. And then we'll answer all of our questions from our supporters on Patreon and wrap up the show as we always do. So if you're watching us live, don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break. Alrighty then.
Okay.
Joey, just for the posterity of the actual audio recording, just in case. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Here, have this.
Merry Christmas.
Hey! Merry Christmas!
This may or may not make it into the audio, but just in case.
Hanukkah.
We're about to do a gift exchange,
Yo,
Brad.
it's me. It's Brad. This is gonna be a white elephant style. I predict lots of swapping.
Lol.
Is it all terrible beat horror movies?
This is
I hope so.
Video games.
These are all complete inbox games.
Oh.
Well, you're spoiling it.
No. But people know it's games, right? So, but white elephant style. Who's gonna go first, though?
I'll go first.
Okay, you sure?
No, okay.
Okay,
Maybe
so
not.
I'm pretty sure that every single one of these games are games that y'all don't own or have not played, with one exception. And I think that exception, two of y'all have played. So hopefully y'all don't get that game if you've already played it. But the rest, I'm pretty sure y'all have never played.
All right.
So we'll start with, who starts? We got to go.
I said I'd start.
I'll swap.
All right.
Is the baby part of the exchange?
Yeah.
No one's holding a
Are you
baby.
sure? This is white elephant, so whoever goes first could potentially get screwed.
All right, Carlos goes first.
Carlos,
Rock, paper, scissors.
Sorry.
First gets to go last.
wrapped by my lovely wife.
Worst is
Also,
first.
do you have your envelopes? You just threw them on the floor.
Oh,
Wait,
I
are we
dropped
supposed to-
mine and
Are
I
we supposed to
can't.
open these yet? Oh,
No, don't open those yet.
I dropped mine.
Okay, here you go. Who's first?
Carlos. Carlos gets screwed.
Go, Carlos.
All right. Open it up. What does Carlos got?
Oh, he got
shit.
Jericho.
A complete inbox video game. Now, I had to pick games for systems that all of y'all owned.
I'm not even looking. What is it?
I can't see.
can't
What
see
is
it.
Hold
it?
it up
Can't
to the
see-
camera.
Damnation.
Nick's gonna take that.
Damnation.
Nick's gonna swap that.
Ooh.
Wait.
Someone-
Let me see it. Who made that?
Someone's
Is
going
that
to take
Codemasters?
that one.
Yeah.
Damnation. We
Someone's
got,
going to take that one.
Video game.
Damn.
it looked kind of like Dark Watch for a second.
Ooh, who's going next?
I'll go next.
Chris Davis?
All right, Chris Davis, go next.
I think Damnation's the game I always thought of when we talk about Dark Watch.
All right, what does he got?
Okay.
Wrapped by my illustrious wife.
Thank you, Malia, for rapping.
Yes.
Hold it up to the camera. See what you got.
Smile at the camera, Chris.
Actually, what?
What is it?
Beowulf.
I wonder if you get some naked Angelina Jolie in there.
Wait, whoa.
Damn.
Back up.
Supposedly not terrible either.
Well, I didn't say these were bad games. These all are at least above 50% on Rotten.
All right, I'm going.
Game rankings except for one, I think.
Great.
All right, what does Nolan have? Wait, y'all do know that.
Open this.
If y'all want one of those great games, you can take it from them.
One
and
of
they
those-
have to open up a new one.
One of those great
All
games.
right. Henry's almost there.
Henry's working on it.
But you see, it's crazy. At any moment, Nolan could choose to take one of those amazing
I don't want
games.
those.
The swapping antics are crazy
calm
in
down.
White Elephant.
Why do I feel like nobody's going to swap?
Yeah.
What did he get?
Golden Axe Beast Rider.
Ooh, hold it up to the camera.
Golden
Fine,
Axe
fine, here.
Beast Rider.
Now let me explain how this works. Crispy, or Nick, if y'all want Golden Axe Beast Rider, you can just take it from him.
You
and he'll
would
have to open up a new
steal
one.
Golden Axe Beast Rider from a baby?
I mean,
All right, there's
Whoa.
4 left.
Wait. Whoa, can I see the case?
I really want to keep going on the on the Wrapped games.
All right, what do we got?
I know this is the good one. This is the good one. Oh, it feels heavy. That's a good sign. Feels real heavy.
one of these games.
Oh, he got it!
Wait, what is it?
From the makers of Metroid, Samus Returns!
I've bought this game as a joke for other people.
Clive Barker, the mind that brought us Hellbound Hellraiser.
It's the bad rats before bad rats.
All right.
Hey,
all
Nick,
right.
you want this?
I would like to take Jericho. I'm just kidding. I own Jericho. What am I saying?
All right, why is there 3 left?
Did you say it was like a
right.
50% or
There's
more
one
on,
for you.
on game ranking?
Wait, you already got yours? Okay, yeah.
How did you bring so many games?
Hey, do you not know how to count?
They were buy 6 get one free.
We'll see.
Oh, this one feels
does he got?
substantial. Actually, this might not even be a
game? You want Henry? You want
kinda.
Jericho? You want to take Jericho?
Hold up, y'all, amazing game.
Oh shit! Wait, no, never
Gonna
mind.
call CPS.
What is this?
Oh, what is it?
Venetica?
Hold it up to the camera.
What is Venetica?
Venetica.
From Rombax Games.
Venet.
Play as Death's daughter. In
All right. This is what we're gonna do. There's 2 more games left.
Fight over him.
I'm gonna keep one. This one here, Henry's gonna tell me a number, and whoever's closest can swap out their game with the Wrapped game here.
Okay.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Wait, what?
Wait, do we
He's
say?
gonna tell me a number, and then y'all got to
We
guess
say
the number.
numbers?
1 through
Okay.
10. 1
Okay.
through 10.
3.
Henry,
I take 4.
I'm gonna
you
take.
can't. He hasn't told me
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Are you just gonna spit in your ear?
Has he told you yet?
Okay, he told me his number.
Okay.
8.
Damn it.
7.
9.
7.
1.
Nolan, pick a number.
3.
Okay, it was 6. So 7.
I had 7.
Oh, do you want to swap?
I want to swap. I really want to swap.
Hey, Jericho.
Yes, I did for an open game night, but
All right,
I really want.
he's choosing to swap, which means I get another copy
Oh,
of Jericho
it's
back.
gonna be better than Jericho.
Jericho is the first game that Yahtzee ever reviewed.
What
I
if it's
think.
another copy of Jericho?
Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious?
It's Conan.
Conan! That's the highest rated game of the bunch.
I actually will play this.
What?
Conan.
You played it?
No, I will. Is what I'm
Oh.
saying. I think I have played a demo for
That's
it.
the
though.
only game above 70%.
Really?
And the, you didn't
Oh,
get
there are boobs on the cover.
All right.
Oh.
There's no dicks.
Why?
And I'm gonna keep the last game. Let's see what it is. What Santa
Wait.
brought me.
To be clear,
It
is
looks
this
like the disc is floating
Oh
in the air.
shit!
is this the one with the dick slider?
Fracture! Shit! The one where you can swap the.
Guys, I have a serious question. What is Venetica?
You play as Death's daughter.
It's
Nick.
it's Eurojank RPG, but like the jankiest of Eurojank. It's like low tier Eurojank.
Yeah.
High tier Euro.
Nick, I'm surprised
It
you
makes
don't.
Piranha Bytes seem like CD Projekt Red.
I'm surprised you don't remember it from your GameStop days. That game was made to fill bargain bins.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say it looks kind of familiar.
All right, wait, okay, and now open y'all's envelopes because you got Christmas cards too.
Okay.
Now Carlos doesn't have them because I already gave.
Oh look, they even have name. Be careful! Don't show the envelope. It has an address.
Mine doesn't.
Really?
Oh, it does.
Oh,
have
the other
address.
side.
Mary.
All right. What is this, Brad? On the back of said Christmas card. Hold on, you can't.
Aww.
On the back of said Christmas card is a mystery code. I'm not going to tell you where you enter it. I'm not going to tell you. You have to figure it out. But I'm going to say this.
Whoa.
I thought.
It's
Hold
a
on,
4x4.
Yours is pirated.
4x4.
Mine's the illegal game.
Hold on. So I was trying to think of a game. So this was inspired by when David gave everybody Valkyria Chronicles, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a
So
Uplay game.
I was trying to think of a game that I really loved and I know none of y'all have played through.
Okay.
It took a while before I finally got one.
Okay.
And y'all should all have the capacity to play it. Crispy got a USB. That should be a hint.
It's probably A GameCube game.
Definitely a GameCube game.
No.
Metal Gear Survive.
So please,
Well, yeah.
I'll say this: the game is not long. The game, I adore this game.
Nolan's
I
already
also know that it must be under 2 gigs because
want you to know,
because I have this flash drive.
On the top 10 list, there is a top. It is on one of my top 10 lists. And
Damn.
This is a spoiler. I consider this game better than Metal Gear Solid 4, better than Fallout 3, better than Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. That was the kind of year.
Oh shit! We need to look at his 2008 list.
So-
Because those were all on his 2008 list. Wait, was it 2008?
I know for a fact it's a game none of y'all finished or played. Most of y'all. Okay, Henry.
It's not a 2017 game, you said?
No, someone in chat will get it. Now.
Okay.
This
But,
is a PSN game. I think.
Well, you'll have to find out.
Because it's a 4x4.
Is
code.
it is it Legacy of Kain?
Wait a second.
What is this?
Wait, what is it? What is it? Somebody tell me what it is! It's killing me. Woo!
Open your PSN account and find out.
Nolan's on it.
Neo
Nolan is
Scavenger?
working on it.
Because Microsoft
I
is
wanted to
5x5.
give you all a copy of Tactics Ogre, but none of y'all own PSPs, so fuck y'all. It was hard because I had to find a game that plays on something that everybody has that none of y'all have played.
Okay, so
At
it,
least I think none of y'all have played it. Now, I know some of y'all may
Watch
have
like
dabbled
all
in
of us have played
but I
it.
guarantee you y'all have not finished it, and this game goes places.
so it's definitely not a Switch or a PS3 title.
It's
2008.
what you remember. You have a USB.
yeah.
It
so
could be one of those.
Pirated.
well, it's but you were trying to find a game that we could all play, and I specifically we specifically talked that I don't.
Suikoden
have a PS3.
2 did not come out in 2008.
Wait, he gave you a USB instead of a code?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's not
pretty-
PSN,
Pretty
Shit.
shady, right?
Is it? Wait a second. Is this World of Goo?
You'll have to see if you can find it. I'm not gonna tell you. It's a mystery. You gotta enter the code in.
I'm calling it. I think this is World of Goo.
It's not Origin, because Origin is 5x4.
Could it be you play?
Oh, and what did you get, Carlos? Did you show them? Show the camera.
Lumps of coal?
Butterfinger bites.
Lumps of coal.
That's because I already gave Carlos a Christmas card, and I know he owns the game. So, fuck it.
Guys, this has got to be World of Goo. Isn't World of Goo a bit on PC
You don't like
now?
Butterfinger?
Wait, why don't you just put your USB over the wall?
Lumps of coal.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the bad boy.
Yeah, go plug.
Nolan.
He's got a USB. Plug the USB into the computer.
Plug it in.
God damn
I feel
it!
like that's
Plug it in,
cheating.
see what
I
it
know
is.
what it is.
It's
But
World
y'all-
of Goo,
y'all-
isn't it? Isn't
Y'all
it?
still don't know what systems that code's for.
Well, we'll figure it out. I just want to know what the fucking game is. I'm sure I can play it.
All right.
I bet you it's World of Goo.
What's next?
Okay.
I got.
Okay.
I got like 10
All right.
minutes.
I'll give you mine. We'll do mine. Here we
I
go.
got some too.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I want everybody to play like at least an hour of your game on.
Don't open it yet. That's yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Don't
Brad.
thank me yet,
For 2 games.
Brad. There you go.
Brad is
Yours
spoiling
is
us.
right there.
Yep.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
I did spoil you with a copy of Conan.
Of Conan.
70%.
Dude, I like Conan. Like, I like Conan as a kid.
That game.
What is
often
it?
considered-
Porn the game?
That's probably
What?
the only game here
No,
that
what are
often
you
shows
doing?
up on hidden gems lists.
This game?
What?
What is...
Oh, okay. It was.
Okay, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I fucking knew it.
It's a good old games execution.
God.
Oh,
No,
So it's a good old game.
Yeah.
Hook me up.
TRN3.
Nice.
Hook me up.
Before y'all open
I got
yours,
you.
Some free James.
Don't you own it?
I don't care. I like free stuff.
all right. I was having a bit of trouble with this.
Okay.
I had no idea what to get you. I went up in the same situation with Brad where I was like, I have no idea what y'all played, what y'all owned, whatever. So I went with the safest bet. The most logical thing to do. Go ahead.
Butt
swear to God, if
plugs.
it's a
Yours
fuck,
is right there, Chris Dave.
if it's a fucking Clancy game, I'm going to scream.
It feels like a butt plug.
They're fucking Switch codes, by the way.
Yup. That's a butt
Because
plug.
I figured that's the only way I'm going to get y'all to play an older game is if it's on the Switch.
PS4 game.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Nick.
God damn it.
Jason Bourne on Blu-ray. You bought
Jason Bourne?
You bought 6 copies of
Oh my
Jason
God, it's
Bourne
Jason
on
Bourne.
Blu-ray.
I'm a Bourne fan, and I haven't seen this.
Although, to be fair, there's a gift receipt in every one of those bags. So can't stand the idea.
No.
Nick, this is a great idea. This is brilliant.
Paul Green.
I haven't seen this one either, so I'm definitely gonna watch
Yes,
this.
you have.
Didn't we see it in theater?
We saw it
Oh my god, I've seen this movie!
Christmas, you, me, and Nick went and saw it in the theaters together.
It must be really good.
Wait, what if I'm like,
Sales this week
this
of
is a
Jason.
tough topic, but what if I'm boycotting Matt Damon movies?
That's fine. Then use the gift receipt. Oh my god. I'm surprised nobody in this room opened that bag and went, "Oh my god, it's Jason Bourne."
There's gonna be sales reports.
did.
So disappointed.
You did.
Wait, no one did?
Yes.
There's gonna be like sales reports for this movie, and it's like sales
I'll have
this
you
week
know,
went up
I
600%.
cleaned out of Best Buy of all of their copies. I had to go to a second Best Buy to get the 4.
Wait, you mean you didn't have to go to 4 Best Buys?
I love the thought of Nick driving around Austin buying copies of the same Jason Bourne movie.
That is exactly what I did. Actually.
Okay. All right, I'll go next. All right.
It would have been much more.
All right, Nolan, check your email
You look like you're
at
strangling
9:45.
Sorry, I really
And
hung
Brad,
everything up.
you check your email at 9:45. But
Check my email at 9:45.
yes,
Okay.
It's because I opened Steam to check that code, and I guess Steam started downloading stuff. I closed Steam. We're good now.
Wait, 9:45. I'm gonna be like home.
all right. These are for the dogs.
Oh.
That big package out there is for Malia.
What?
Oh wow, Jesus.
Yeah.
She actually.
I didn't even
came.
see that.
She's actually here.
Well, she can open it.
I'm talking to your mic.
Oh, it's way up there.
Nick, this is for you from me. This is for Chris from me, even though it spells my name right and not.
I'm gonna see
and
what
not
the
yours.
dogs got.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
You
I'm gonna
dick.
put it in their
I
stockings.
wasn't
Say,
thinking.
tell them it's from me.
I wasn't thinking.
Wait, that wasn't a joke? You could have totally owned that.
And
Now
Nick,
I'm offended.
Nick, this
Tennis
is
balls.
for your dog.
They're
Nothing
mine
you can do
now.
about it.
I'm taking up tennis.
And Nick, this is a very special present from the community
To me?
for you.
Oh, I hope it's a copy of Jason Bourne.
This is very
Aside
special.
I have
There-
purchased 5 copies of that movie.
There are more copies of that movie in this room than maybe anywhere else in the city.
Well, at least more than 2 Best Buys, I
Yeah,
can tell you that. Sorry, are we doing this?
More tennis balls.
Are we opening this? Should I open Chris's or the community's first?
Your choice.
I'm going to open Chris's first.
I'm gonna give this box to Malia. Thank you, Kristen. This box?
Oh, Nicholas.
Isn't this Nolan?
Now you can play like a normal goddamn human being.
Is it going to piss you off if I continue to play with the Joy-Con?
Yes.
Oh my god, I really appreciate this because I tell you, I did not want to spend the money to buy this because I didn't really feel like I needed it, but
didn't
I will
wanna
use
justify
it.
it.
I will play some games with this Switch Pro controller.
Subsidized.
Carlos, I apologize. I didn't know you were gonna be here.
Nobody
You
did.
can use it on PC? Yeah. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll use it to play some more fucking Hollow Knight. Wait, what?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you pulling my leg? No.
He's doing a no death run. Have you heard about this?
Oh fuck you.
No. Ask him what his runs are.
It's pretty good.
It's him sitting at the bus stop for like 3 hours.
The bus stop?
Pretty good idea.
Like
yeah.
At the
where you spawn
Stagway?
them. Yeah.
Oh. Gotcha.
Oh,
All right. Next, I'm gonna open this gift from the community. Apparently, to me specific. Oh no, I can already. Oh no, I know what this is. It feels like a book, a very thin book, which probably I'm guessing has dinosaur erotica on it. That's my guess.
Oh, that's
It's
like
a safety gate.
oh!
We were just talking about getting a 2-story, rental.
it's not gonna be long before he's running around.
Is it erotica?
It's
He's the only one who saved my child's life.
Chuck Tingle. What does it say? Space
Space Raptor Butt Trilogy.
Oh my god!
Hold it up to the camera.
Yes.
It's made just for Nick.
See, Chai thought that
Of course, Chai thought this.
you prefer everything physical, and so having a physical copy of it versus a digital, you might want to read it.
You know,
You might be
there's
more
probably a
inclined.
better chance of me reading it. Yes.
You might be more inclined
It's
to
really
read it.
small.
Oh my god.
You can
Give
knock
me
it
my
out.
novel.
Knock it out in one sitting.
Yeah, well, let's read it.
Yeah, are there illustrations?
Rub it out in one sitting.
Yeah.
Jason.
Just read it on stream.
Jason Bourne, dinosaur butt.
I want an excerpt. A sample.
No, hold on.
Oh, Nick's got to read it.
It's not about. It's about. I decided to read the last thing in the book.
Wait, that's spoilers.
Yeah, I know. Quote, Pay attention to me. Vam Dox continues to scream, pounding on the glass. I'm so evil. Look how evil I am. I don't turn around. Just continue to walk onward until his cries have faded away completely.
Jesus.
Wow.
There. See, that's how they get you. That's the catch.
Just so you
Now
know.
you're
Yeah,
curious.
it's all butt velociraptors to get you in the door, but then it's like really hard hitting psychological storytelling
Just so you know,
once you're there.
Robin just text messaged me and all it says is, "Oh yeah," with 2 winky faces.
Oh yeah.
You should start each broadcast with like a chapter.
Like,
Yes.
How many chapters are in that?
It looks like
A
4.
page. Start
No,
each chapter.
Sorry,
Start each
3. One is an acknowledgement.
I mean, it's a trilogy.
What are they acknowledging? Wait a second, I gotta read the acknowledgments. Thank you to my son John for saving me from Truckman. No thanks to Truckman for trying to stab me.
Thank you to Soft Raptor Butthole.
Wait, why isn't he writing that story?
You can't get it published.
Oh my.
Okay, I guess I'll open this one.
Oh my god.
See what's in it.
I know this fucking font.
Oh,
You think that like
his
a
problem.
raptor's butthole would be like kind of hard to?
I would guess they would have a cloaca, not a butthole. You know, like birds.
Oh, come on,
reptiles.
man. Really? Really? This is such a thoughtful gift, Chris Davis. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's a copy of Gundam Versus. Yeah.
Like,
You know what? I'm actually.
This is why we need to have a conversation
Damn
about
it.
budget
Hold
before
on.
we do
Damn
it.
it!
I'm calling you out a little bit on this one, Crispy.
Why?
Why hadn't you already played that?
Because
You're like talking
I
about
haven't,
big at
I haven't
E3.
finished anything this year.
At E3, you
And-
know, like you gave it your game of the show.
No, I didn't. I said it was one of my game of the show for E3 was
okay.
Fortnite, and I did buy that and play it.
Oh, that's true. How's Fortnite?
It's gonna
It's
be
okay.
free.
Thank God for
But yeah,
Battle
when
Royale.
I asked you the other
It's okay.
day
It's
on
alright.
Discord
Yeah,
about that, and you asked why, I fucking panicked.
yeah.
Shit, what's a very good reason for me to go get just at Frast for this?
I don't think you ever even answered. I think I just forgot.
Guys, it's 9 o'clock.
Okay,
That's my.
Is that wait?
real quick, because
Is that all?
I have one for you too. All right.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know what to do.
Packs and packs.
I didn't know what to do, so I panicked and I went to the comic book store and I bought everybody comic books that I thought you would really enjoy. They're not. Well, they are all superhero
like the
books,
whole-
but okay. So Chris Davis,
Ghost World.
close your eyes.
Close.
Chris Davis, this is your book.
Oh god, I can already see the cover. I think.
Can I look at it?
Yes, go ahead.
I will read this. Holy
It's so
shit.
good.
What is
it's
it?
so good.
The
You'll like it.
Unbeatable Squirrel Girl.
Oh!
It's the first volume of Unbeatable
first
Squirrel
volume?
Girl.
Yes.
Nick, close your eyes. This is a callback to a past disappointment of yours, and I've been saying this exists. Go find it,
I think I know.
and now you have it.
Oh shit!
Batman: Gotham by
Gotham
Gaslight.
by Gaslight.
Yeah, and that's
Oh.
gonna be a movie soon
I was hoping
too.
it'd be Cowboy Batman.
Oh, that'd be good.
Dude,
I should have gotten
yeah.
that for you.
Isn't there like a samurai Batman?
Oh, there's like a
This is
Ninja Batman,
dope.
Ninja Batman.
but it's Samurai Batman. Okay, Nolan, I got here. Close your eyes. This is one of my favorite standalone stories of this character.
What is it?
Go ahead. You can.
Oh shit!
Deadpool's Art of War.
It's Deadpool's Art of War.
It's so
Is
good.
that fucking Thor on the front?
Yeah, everybody's in that book. It's so good. It's so good. It's really great. And then Brad,
yes.
close your eyes. So I got you something with
Is he
the
gonna put a middle finger in my
with
hand?
the consideration
The comments.
of your new status in life. So I wanted to get something that you could enjoy with Henry, and that's what I ended up.
Darth Vader and Son. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, it sure is.
I mean, dude, if you had told me you were getting comic books, I would have told you get Brad WE3.
Oh, that's a sad story.
That would have been good. That would have been a good bit.
Thank you, Crispy.
Of course.
This
and
is
Chris Davis.
All right, I have
That-
gifts.
that's
for all
already
you guys
yours.
too.
Oh, thank you.
What?
Oh, are they Subway cookies?
No.
Well, it's in the Subway bag.
Yes.
They're sandwiches. They've been sitting here for a while.
I'll be right back.
Oh my god.
Thank you, guys.
What?
Sherlock Holmes stories?
There's a reason why these are.
What in the world?
Where they're assigned?
Yeah, wait there.
Sherlock Holmes?
Wait, why is this in
Butler Park.
Why is this in
Everything.
This
Everything.
is in German!
Everything is a clue.
Oh, shit!
Everything is a clue.
This is something we gotta figure out because I gotta go.
I don't know. You don't have to figure it out now.
Oh, this reminds me of the time I told you to come over and play Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective with me, and you never did.
That's such a good
Wait.
memory.
Wait, I don't understand. It's in German. Why is it all in German? I can't read this.
There's clues, okay? Wait, under the sticky note that says Brad, there's nothing.
No, nothing under my sticky note.
But he probably like circled a letter.
That's what I was looking for.
No, maybe it's like a contextual clue.
You know what?
It's like,
You know
what
what?
do these stories all have in common? Because you guys have Sherlock Holmes, but I've got this Butler Parker. Who is that?
Guys, I bet
Are you sure it's not Butler?
I bet Carlos is sitting here telling us everything is a clue, and there is no clues in here. It
Yeah.
is just totally.
That's-
it is just totally
that is-
random.
Wait a minute.
That is
Wait,
the real
I
man.
have some circled letters. M,
Do you really?
E,
He doesn't.
M, E. No!
We got memed!
God damn it!
Thank you, Carlos.
Thanks, Carlos.
All right.
I actually know a little German from my Nazi days.
Holy shit!
Back when you were with
Holy
the party.
shit! Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Ich liebe dich.
Oh my god!
Wolfenstein 2 codes if you apply the Bible code to it.
Did you know that, you know how John F. Kennedy was like, Ich bin ein Berliner, or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, he was like, I'm a jelly-filled donut, right?
It's not what he said.
Something of that sort, right? I mean, that's historically, right? But the thing is, my history teacher in like the 7th grade
Talk to
said
your mic, Brad.
that, and
You can lower it.
she was being sincere, and she was like, "Do y'all know what he meant when he said Ich bin ein Berliner?" And someone in class was like, "I'm a jelly-filled donut," and she was like, "Huh?" Well, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, she actually had not heard that, even though she was a history teacher, and I thought it was funny because she thought she was bringing it up as like a great historical moment, and she had no idea about the jelly-filled donut thing. Thought that was
What
kinda
is
wild.
what's on your screen here, Nolan?
What does it look like, Nick?
It looks like a delivery.
Is that?
thing, but I don't.
Oh yeah,
What's
no.
the-
No.
Are you saying that you ordered something and it has not arrived yet?
Yeah.
No, but it says today by end of day.
Yeah, it does.
It's only 9 p.m.
No.
Have you checked your front door? We can't hear the doorbell up
You
here.
have to sign for it.
Oh,
But
You
who's
could-
gonna
you
sign
could
for
just tell
mine
us
if
what it
I'm
is.
not here?
Ich bin ein Wait, so what is
Well,
the
don't tell us.
what is the artifact of speech there? That like Berliner means jelly-filled donut, or something?
Yeah, no. Berliner means jelly-filled donut,
Really?
right.
but he thought he was saying
I'm
he is
from Berlin.
Yeah, of
Like,
Berlin or whatever.
Yeah, like a citizen of Berlin.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we do need to get started on this podcast. It is getting late-ish.
It's getting crampy.
Well, that was fun.
That was really good. Thank you,
I
guys.
really do gotta go.
I love you all.
Also, thank you, Nolan.
Thank
you in
thank you,
advance.
Nolan.
But I'm probably never gonna see you again, so just text me.
Text me a picture of the gift.
I'll imagine
Maybe
what it
send
would
it
have
with
been like
Crispy,
to enjoy it.
or if I see the truck on the way out, I'll stop him
Yeah,
and take
I
all
mean,
of the gifts.
just like jump in front of them.
Worst case, yeah, I can send it with Crispy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Does
that's
it say it's on the truck for delivery right now?
yes, it says it said it like
Jeez. Damn.
With delivery.
At 11:44 a.m.
yeah.
That guy's having a rough day.
Is there really a clue in here?
Dude, no, you're
Yes.
being memed as we speak.
Are you lying when you say
Wait a
that?
minute. This Does anybody have number 6? No. It says in number 6 there's going to be a dude
I have number 6.
on the ground.
I have number 3.
On the back of mine is the cover for yours. Almost as if to say... You've ruined it.
Oh, that didn't take long.
Almost if to say that you should buy the next issue.
Yeah, I have 7 in the back
Where
of
did you
mine,
even
but
get
I'm
these
sure it's
from,
a
out of
series, so
curiosity?
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start reading mine.
He got them at Subway.
Als Butler Parker, das Straf gespannt, das Stil
so weiter als
erkannt,
so geben, so
war
müssen,
es
das jemand
bereits so spat.
nachher
Es taucht
hatte.
ganz plötzlich im Schien
No zeros, guys. The secret game.
verlegt auf und
The secret game is World of Goo.
blockiert die Schmal
Where's my world?
das Schab.
Where's my world?
I found something! It's a code!
What?
Well, you can borrow Crispy's USB.
What the? Okay. What? Okay. What did you find?
It's a code. It's written in here. Intriguing duality. That's a Fresh Prince reference.
All right, guys. We got to get started on this podcast. Back to the show, everybody. Before we get back into all the cool video game news and everything, I forgot to put this at the beginning, at the top of the show, but we recently recorded a bonus podcast for Star Wars The Last Jedi. Mm-hmm. We saw it last week, and we talked about it for a good hour and a half on this podcast. We go into some serious spoiler territory. We take a deep dive, I think, analytically into the movie. It's a pretty good conversation, I think.
Yeah.
Good show. That is now available to everybody. You can find it at 4playernetwork.com. You can find it on our podcast feed. I also want to take this opportunity to ask anybody out there who listens to our show regularly via iTunes to maybe take a moment to leave us a review. I don't do this very often, but, I was looking the other day. We have like over 650 reviews for our podcast on iTunes.
We appreciate it.
And we really appreciate that. But I haven't really asked people to do this in a long time. So if you have never left us a review on iTunes, take 2 seconds and go over there.
It does help us out a lot.
It helps us out, keeps us kind of on the front page of the video game section on iTunes, which we don't get on very often anymore. Mostly because we don't pimp this stuff very often.
Yeah, we used to pimp it a lot more. And
yeah, that's how we got 600 reviews. I kept asking people during the live recordings to go review the show. Yeah. So we'd really appreciate you to take a moment to leave us a review. I'd like to see some new... Like, I was going on the other day, and it was like, this was left like 8 years ago. I was like, oh, God, we need some more fucking reviews. Yeah. So we really appreciate that.
If you enjoyed writing that review, maybe leave a second review.
Yeah.
No,
we don't want to spam the
works,
reviews. Yeah. Or maybe just get your friend who listens to our show to leave a review as well. Yeah. Spread the good word. You know what I mean?
Tell your friend about the show.
Yeah.
Tell your friend about the show. Do you have a friend that likes video games? I bet you fucking do.
I have a coworker. Sometimes every once in a while they find out about the podcast.
Yeah.
But this one actually was like, oh, you're on a podcast? And then, like, Monday after we record this, he was like, hey, I listened to your podcast over the weekend.
What did he say?
I was like, yeah, I listened to it.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah. I mean, he asked me a couple of questions about games and stuff, and then, the next week, he was like, oh, good episode.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if you're listening to this, Niraj, Merry Christmas.
Why aren't you working?
Exactly. Anyways, if you have seen Star Wars The Last Jedi, go check out that Popcorn Cast. It's up now. It's available to everybody. It was a fun episode to record. And you'll probably be seeing... What's the next Popcorn Cast worthy movie, you think? What's coming out? There's got to be some big stuff coming.
Probably
Black Panther?
not Jumanji.
Black Panther, yeah.
Black Panther.
What? Jumanji's actually not getting bad reviews.
That's why
it's certified fresh.
By the way, did they show a Black Panther trailer when you guys went and saw Star Wars?
Dude, they showed
Yeah.
they showed the most...
badass.
It was a new trailer, and
It
looked
looked
pretty
so
fucking
good.
No,
Didn't it?
they've done that before.
They showed
can't
the most
wait.
obscure trailers when I went and saw it. It was weird. Like, I was like positive they were going to show Jurassic World and the Avengers. Didn't see either one of those. They showed 2 movies I've never heard of before,
Well,
and
that's
then
because
Isle
they're
of
not
Dogs.
Disney property.
I was like baseline excited for Black Panther, and then I saw that trailer, and now I'm like actively
So two
excited.
things. The Black Panther, like, I don't know if it's like his theme or whatever, but the music they use in the trailer is really fucking good.
It's
I
good,
like
and I listened to the original
Revolution will not be
track, and it
televised?
is like
Yeah.
they had to take out all the lyrics.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course they did.
Yeah.
But Isle of Dogs. Hot damn, that looks fucking good.
Yeah, it's just a really weird trailer, but yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Uh,
I finally saw Star Wars on Tuesday.
What'd you think?
I think it's good.
I don't want to have this conversation with you.
My only problem with the film.
oh my god! Wait! Really quick. We're not on a popcorn cast right now. There are people listening to the show that have not seen Star Wars yet.
Yeah.
Isle
So
of
be
Dogs-
very, very careful what you're about to say.
I'm going to be very careful. I'm not going to reveal any spoilers. It's a structural thing.
Okay.
My problem with the film is
I think you're about to spoil
the
something.
temporal pacing of the film.
All right, we'll leave it
Now,
there.
I'll leave it at that.
I
Sure.
I think that is one of
Yeah.
the few things I had a problem with.
That's fine.
One of the few things I had a problem with. But hey, if you want to find out more about what we thought of the movie, go download the Popcorn Cast. It's a good show. Anyways, let's jump into some news. There's not a whole lot this week, but that's cool because we can burn through it and get straight to our Patreon questions. Let's kick things off with Atlus. Atlus, I didn't see this coming. Atlus has announced a remake of Catherine for the PS4 and Vita.
Yeah. Now, if they had announced a remake for Catherine on the PS4 with VR support,
Yeah,
I might have been all.
I would have been
that.
all on board for. I mean, I'm already on board. I loved Catherine.
Dude, Catherine is amazing.
Catherine's
That
fantastic.
game was hard though.
They're adding competitive
Holy shit.
multiplayer.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, it's a popular tournament game.
Yeah, they're adding competitive multiplayer, which is awesome. They're redoing the visuals. I'm not sure how big of an overhaul the visuals. We're gonna find out.
I'm sure the cutscenes will probably look pretty similar. That's the thing. That's the nice thing about with animation. It scales very nicely.
Yeah.
So I'm fairly certain they probably downscaled it when they did that. So I'm sure the cutscenes will look fantastic.
Yeah.
The gameplay, I will agree, on the 360 and PS3 was not like amazing. It was okay, but also the
Yeah.
fact that the camera was like so zoomed out most of the time anyway.
I'm really looking forward to playing this again. They're even adding additional story elements to it. They're adding a third Catherine.
What?
Her name is
What?
Her name is Rin.
Oh, her
Spelled-
name's Catherine, but she goes by Rin.
Yeah. There's a third
Her
Catherine.
name's actually spelled with a
Rin.
CK. Catherine.
Catherine.
A hard
Which is why she goes by Rin. It's easier.
Rin.
Go on.
So
Where is she in the spectrum? Is she,
I don't know.
That's what I'm curious
They
about.
haven't really been super specific yet about what role she
She's
plays
a
yet.
guy.
But there's a picture of her out there.
Oh, that's
Catherine with a Q.
That's disgusting looking.
Catherine with a Q.
Catherine with a Q. I like it though. The more I look at it, the more I like it.
Oh my god.
This is weird. I've just gone through a complete 180 on Catherine. with a
I
Q.
think this remake is called Catherine Full Body. Is that what?
Yeah, it
Catherine
is.
Full Body.
That's
Uh,
in poor taste,
Dude, yeah, man. But I'm super stoked. I loved that game. So,
So it's getting a PS4 release.
PS4 and Vita.
Why Vita?
Why not?
Why
How is
not?
that-
I mean,
how is that thing staying alive?
Japan.
Yeah,
yeah,
Japan.
there we go. One
Where's
word
this
answer.
image of Rin?
I don't know.
No, that's Kylo Ren. I don't want to see that.
Kylo Ren has an 8-pack. Kylo Ren shredded.
Dude, I kind of wanted to see him in the movie. What
Oh my god.
was his name?
Matt,
Matt.
the radar tech.
The radar
Yeah.
tech. I really wish he would have made a cameo in the movie.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Oh,
was
is that Catherine?
That was so.
Or is that Rin? I just see
she has pink hair.
Yeah, okay, I
Yeah,
see her.
pink
she
short
looks
hair.
like she looks like a Nina Kuni character.
A little bit, yeah. Anyways, I was bringing this up. I think people were kind of expecting them to announce a sequel to Catherine, which I don't know. I guess that could still be in the cards now that they're actually releasing the original again. Mm-hmm. But it sounds to me like as of right now, this is kind of the thing that they were teasing. Mm-hmm. But that's cool. I think this is an opportunity to get that out there and in front of more people. So
They give a release date?
I think they haven't released specifically the release date yet, but it'll be sometime next year.
Okay.
That's
nice.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to
I
playing
never
that
played
again.
it.
See, that girl's like 14.
No, she's not.
I hope not.
Okay.
She looks similar to
She's
Catherine
like
with
wearing
a C.
schoolgirl uniform.
That doesn't make her 14. That just means she looks 14.
It's not actual.
Oh my god, we'll find out later. I don't know. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So yeah, Catherine will be out sometime. Full Body will be out next year sometime. next, I wanted to talk a little bit about Hangar 13.
Oh, yeah.
That's the studio that made Mafia 3, which is a great game. It's honestly a game
Never got around to playing it.
I want to go back and finish. I say it's a great game. It's a really good game.
It's a solid.
It's a solid ass
solid
game. And I
game.
only say it's good and not great because it doesn't.
We
really...
gave it a lot of credit because we were beating up Klansmen. You know,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, it's also a game that doesn't really do a lot new.
Yeah.
It's very kind of safe as far as like open world, GTA clone kind of games, I guess. But really well made. Had some cool story beats. Haven't finished it yet. Probably want to go back and finish it. Anyways, the studio that made that game, Hangar 13, is hiring for their new project. And they're hiring key talent that worked on Horizon Zero Dawn, including one of the lead... I don't want to say level designer. He was like scenario writers, I guess, for Horizon Zero Dawn. And also a few people that worked on Deus Ex Mankind Divided. That's a fucking story I didn't
That
put
is
in
a
here.
story.
Fuck. I mean, that's really all there is to say about Hangar 13. I'm just excited to see what their next project is because based on what they did with Mafia 3, I think that's a studio that makes games that I'm interested in.
Do you want a Mafia 4?
I'd take a Mafia 4, but I'm kind of hoping they're working on something maybe original. I don't know.
Maybe
Oh,
they'll do
no, it'll be Mafia, but they'll replace the A with a 4.
they'll do like a spin-off from the whole Mafia, but like still stay in
Morphia.
organized crime and do like maybe like a Yakuza or something.
God damn it,
Okay,
Crispy.
I'm sorry.
I want to see. A
I'm
Mafia,
trying. Okay.
but
I
the-
want to see what Hangar 13 can do
But
outside
what if
of
Mafia
that.
4 instead of like Mafia or gangsters, they were like Hasidic Jews.
Oh, God.
What?
Why not? I've never seen it done before. It could be great.
I mean, do they do cool things worthy of making?
What if they
I'm
did
sure
like
you
a
could do
space
it.
opera or something? Damn it, guys.
With Hasidic Jews?
Sure.
Yes. Yes. We found our calling.
Make it happen. Anyways, that's interesting. It sounds like they're pulling talent from some pretty big games, it seems like they're queuing up for something big. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's move on from that. The last news stuff. Okay, actually, real quick before I go into this last one, what is the thing about Deus Ex? Didn't Square Enix has said
So
what?
they've said that Eidos is going to switch away and focus on online game development. What that
That's
means,
what they said.
Who wants
Wait,
this?
Chris Davis, is your mic on?
Is it? It should be on.
Okay, you're
What?
just like super low.
Okay. I mean, I'm practically deep throating the mic here at this
no,
point.
you are not, sir. There's like a good 4 of your cocks between you and the mic.
Damn.
Oh shit!
Damn.
That was a low blow.
I'm just saying, you could be a lot closer to the mic. Chris
He's only
Davis.
saying this now because he's already got his Christmas present.
End to end or bundled like hot dogs?
Oh god!
What do they call a bundle of that?
I don't know.
Oh my god!
They got their Christmas
Oh
presents.
my God.
They can do this now.
Holy shit! Oh my god! That was. I'm gonna call this show the Bundle of Hot Dogs show.
Please no.
I think no one's going to spit out his drink.
Oh, I had to try so hard. Oh god,
Oh my god!
it's coffee too. That wouldn't be something good to spit out.
Oh, no. But it would serve you right, Nolan.
Yep.
You big meanie. Anyways. Okay, sorry. Rest in peace, Deus Ex and Square Enix.
Deus Ex will probably come back.
Yeah, I'm sure they
I
will
don't
have
want
in
it
some
if it's
other
an online
iteration.
game.
And can I just throw this out there that publishers are twisting the meaning of online games so much that at this point it's kind of hard to gauge what
they-
that can actually mean.
Sure.
Hey, Chris Davis, did you buy Final Fantasy VII when it was on sale?
Yeah?
Okay, because it just like went on sale.
Yeah, it went on the sale noon today.
Okay, and I'm just now getting an email. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
All right. Last news topic today. Valkyria Chronicles 4. First of all, for those of you who are excited about this game, which you probably should be.
Yeah.
It's everybody in this room.
Everybody in this room gets first of all, we're going to get our first taste of the gameplay next week. I think they're doing a special stream.
Yep.
So I would look out for that. I'm very eager to see what that game looks like, especially after 2 other sequels that came out on handheld. I'm eager to see how this is going to translate back into a console game suddenly. But the bigger news is Sega was kind of revealing some details. I misspelled reveals. Fuck. Sorry.
Would you put Revels?
I put an extra
No,
E.
Reveal-les.
Photoshop has
Reveal.
a spell check option.
Ravialis.
Sega has been revealing some details about certain mechanics in Valkyria Chronicles 4. One of the biggest one being a class leveling system. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but basically, your characters in this game are going to be separated into different classes. Very much like they were before.
Yeah. Sure.
And you obviously pick the people you take into battle with you. But instead of leveling up individual characters, when you level up a character, you level up that class, and it levels up every other person in that class. So
That's kinda cool.
honestly, I think it's been kind of divisive so far as how people feel about that. I think that's a good thing because I think it would encourage me to experiment more with other characters because it would be harder to leave characters behind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
wonder
I
if
think
that-
that's a problem with a lot of games when characters individually level up. That's also something I have always had with like RPGs.
Yeah, like
when an RPG,
classic JRPGs.
if you don't bring a character into like battle and they don't get the experience, I know it's kind of like, oh, they weren't there, but still, like I like when all my characters level up together. That way, I don't ever get to a point in the game where I'm like, well, this guy's now just fucking useless, or I need to spend 30 hours trying to get him up to everyone else's level.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I mean, there was that kind of RPG-esque, and this is me trying to remember everything about the game. There was that kind of RPG aspect of maneuvering your characters in and out of battle, but it was more based on health than it was any actual overall mechanics therein.
I don't know. I think well, so people in chat are talking about this is the way it worked in the first game. I thought this was how it worked in Valkyria Chronicles 2 and 3. I don't remember. It's been so long since I played Valkyria Chronicles 1.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's changed, and it's either changed from this, and now it's returning back to the way it was in Valkyria, which would be good if that's the case, because everything, what I want to know about Valkyria Chronicles 4 is how similar is it to Valkyria Chronicles 1.
And hopefully it's goddamn near identical, but
I just hope, no matter what the leveling system is, I just hope that
Jan's back? I hope Jan's back.
I hope Jan's back. Although I'm sure John DiMaggio's pay grade has gone up considerably since he worked on that first game.
Probably.
But I just hope that they have a very wide cast of characters like they did in the first game, and that each one of them has, a good bit of meaty characterization like they did in the first game. That was one of the most amazing things to me about the first game, is that you could have so many different characters but have that much content and that much, like voice acting and characterization for all of them, know? That was good. I hope that remains.
I totally agree. I'm just itching to go back to that game.
with the cold focus in that game, that makes me kind of hope for the return of a mechanic from another strategy game that I feel would really fit well in there.
Which is?
Company of Heroes 2. As much as I dislike that game, it had a relatively interesting mechanic. Your soldiers could freeze to death. And so in a map, you actually have to move your soldiers in a blizzard between bonfires in order to keep them warm. Otherwise, they will slow down, they will take on damage, they'll eventually die.
Well, it seems like
but I feel like you could
harsh terrain is going to play a role of some kind in
But there's such a
4.
focus on snow in this new game that
but the thing is,
I think that would match real well.
The thing about Valkyria Chronicles though is that all the battles are kind of like each mission you go into is focused specifically on that battle. It's less about what happens in between the battles, which sounds like where that would come into play, where you're moving in between.
No, but
I'm
Chris
talking about,
was talking about
he's talking about
if on the
that would happen
battlefield
in battle.
there
mission,
was
yeah.
bonfires spread throughout, and if you weren't near one, but maybe I could see some things coming from that. If you're near a bonfire, maybe the enemy's accuracy on you goes up because you're in a brighter light or something like that. I could see that being some sort of mechanic. I don't know if it will happen, but
probably not. But
anyways, we'll get our first real taste of Valkyria Chronicles 4 next week, so maybe we'll have more to say about it on our next regular show, which will be in January.
100 Valkyria soldiers drop onto an island.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and move right past that one.
Valkyria Royale.
Why not?
All right, let's
Why the fuck not?
let's move. That's all the news we really have this week. That's our news for 2017. It can't get any worse.
Nothing new's gonna happen now until 2018.
It's only how many days left? 9 or 10 days. We got 10 days. Oh my god.
Everyone's gonna stop doing things.
We've got 10 days left. All right. So, now that we've done that, let's move on to community.
It's the community.
Yeah.
Never stop sneaking. All right. So, like I said, we do have quite a few new patrons since our last podcast.
Yes.
We'd like to thank them.
We would.
Jimmy H.
Jimmy H.
Robin H.
Robin H.
Robin.
Not
Timothy
that's not
R.
Robin. Timothy R.
Yeah.
Okay. Timothy R.
Noluffy.
Nuffy.
Melody.
And 4PP Fan 1994.
Damn.
Really?
I like that name.
Yeah.
He's been a fan of us since 1994.
Say what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you all for supporting us on Patreon. We really, really, really appreciate it. For those of you who may also have been kind of keeping your finger on the pulse of what's going on with Patreon lately, I do want to mention again, because they were about to make like a really big mistake where they were essentially going to be shifting away fees from the creators to the people who are to the supporters.
They're about to make a boo-boo.
They were about to make a boo-boo. People were dropping left and right.
Why were they going to do that?
I don't know. I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
Because they could make more money that way.
And they thought they were doing the creators a favor.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't mind.
Well, I think I think it was a situation where maybe some of the creators were saying, "Oh, we would rather have more money, and shift some of that." But I would rather
Have more supporters.
If it's us making like $10 off of like a community member versus us making $8, I would rather have $8 than no dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I don't
exactly.
mind taking that. There's that little bit of a hit that Patreon takes out this fee for this and that, and whatever. I'm fine paying that because Patreon has given us a platform in which it makes it easy for patrons to give us something and get something in return from us.
Yeah.
And I'm fine. I don't want them to have to pay because they're using the
Exactly.
service.
So luckily, they realized this after enough people said, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?" And they have apologized and said that's not going to happen anymore. So just trying to get out there if you were not aware. If you're interested in finding out more about our Patreon campaign, of course, patreon.com/4Player is where you'll find it. You get early access, 24-hour early access to all of our podcasts without ads, I might add. Wait,
Don't add ads, Nick.
I shouldn't add ads.
There might be ads.
There's not ads.
There's no
There's
ads.
not ads.
There's no ads.
I'm sorry. No ads.
Among other things, but
No.
that's at the baseline. And how about that? They can ask us all of these wonderful questions.
Like this first question from Mr. Green
This
Toast.
is the best part.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
God.
Santa Claus,
Fuck.
Jack Frost,
Mary.
the Grinch.
Kill.
Wow, you just nailed that
You would
one.
marry Jack Frost?
No,
Yeah.
you
But he'd be
marry
so
Santa
cold.
Claus because he's such a good guy. You fuck Jack Frost because, who knows?
I want to know what your explanation is for why
And you
you'd fuck
killed
Jack
Grinch.
Frost.
I mean, you just killed a Grinch. Even though his heart grew 3 sizes that day. I mean...
Dude, I don't know. The Grinch had a pretty sweet, pad. His,
In a
little-
cave on a mountain.
His mountain chalet. It was very secluded, but he had a very commanding
He had a nice view.
Yeah. In today's market, shit.
Right? Oh,
You know?
fuck.
I'm pretty sure
If that was in
Shit.
Austin, that would...
there's really no question. You marry Santa Claus.
Could I fuck the Grinch, marry the Grinch, and then kill the Grinch, and then live in his house?
I don't think that's how the game works, Nolan.
While Jack Frost and Santa Claus watch.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's took a weird turn.
You got to play the game.
So
Nick.
what is Jack Frost's deal other than
He's
he is,
cold and
he
he
is
makes-
winter?
Yeah, that's it.
So
I don't really want to...
something about winter only comes once a year. Fuck. What's the joke? Where is it?
It's in here somewhere.
He would leave you unsatisfied.
I don't really want
I
to
guess
fuck
he would be
someone...
unsatisfied.
I don't want to fuck someone who's so cold.
That's true.
I feel like
but what if he comes
you're gonna
snow?
No, God.
Yeah, but
Wouldn't that be amazing?
but
You can make a snowman.
Making it snow.
Christmas only comes once. Fuck, where is it? Okay, I don't know. Move on.
I think in some weird way you made the joke.
Could you melt the the ejaculate and
Oh,
turn it into
God,
water.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you could provide that to third world countries that don't have
No!
clean water.
You think he just comes ice? He's made of ice.
So why would
We don't come meat. Yeah. Like,
Jesus Christ! Oh, the worst mental picture I think I've ever
could you
had.
imagine McDonald's pink slime? And like a silly string, kind of
like
Let's be
reconstituted
clear.
chicken.
Let's be clear. That's not meat.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna fucking come. I'm gonna fucking shoot. And then it's just the pink slime.
How many people did we just lose in chat? What is going on?
Oh my
That
God.
is true. Lots of protein. All
right.
right, moving on.
See, you can ask us questions like that.
Oh God. Next question.
That
from
was like the
Pioche.
greatest example.
Do you have any video game resolutions for next year?
Yes.
Play less video games.
Play less video games from not 2018.
Yeah.
So that was my resolution at the beginning
Don't
of
spend the whole
2017.
year chasing that list.
Yeah.
My resolution for 2017 was to play more older games, and I did that. I played about 8 games this year that came out years, that were on my backlog. I want to continue that for one thing, because that has been a delight going back and playing some older stuff.
I have 2. One of them is if I played a game for more than 100 hours, try to play it for less than 20 hours all year. That's not going to be easy.
His goal is another 500 hours of the Division.
So what you're saying? Are you saying your resolution is to play no more than 20 more hours of a game you've already played 500 hours of?
Technically 660 something.
That's wow.
God, it's a good game. Man.
If I played 60 hours of The Division, I would feel like I played way too much of The Division.
Yeah.
And that's 10% of
What you played?
what
Well,
you...
it's not just the Division; it's also Civ. Because Civ's getting
You
an
do
expansion.
like Civ.
Sure.
And my other one would be play more JRPGs.
I would like to finish more games.
There we go.
So
But
I
probably
agree,
won't.
Chris.
all you have to do is not have a social life like me.
All you
You're
have to do
good.
is all you really need to do is focus. Like pick
Well, no,
one or
for
two.
for
and
me, it's
focus on it.
it's often I'll get into a rut, and I don't want to play anything, and so I'll maybe pick up something old. And I think this past summer I got into a rut, and I played like The Last of Us for like 30 hours or something like that. Where it's like there was already plenty of other games I could have been playing, Yakuza. I didn't start Yakuza until 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
Last of Us is one to revisit, though.
It's
I
such a
wouldn't
good
feel
game.
That's a
bad.
resolution.
I wouldn't
No,
feel
don't
bad.
get me wrong.
There's
I
a-
fucking love.
There's a
replaying
resolution.
that.
I would like to replay at least 2 games next year. Games that I've already completed.
Red Dead would be a good one.
That thing is, I did
out.
start Red Dead
Holy
and play
shit.
significant. I probably should do that though. Before.
Just by the way, if you haven't played Red Dead recently, that game does not look as good as you remember it looking.
I played it last year. I
remember you playing it last year.
Yeah.
That's right. It's a little rough around the edges.
This
But
is
like
a
it's still a
360
great looking
era.
game.
Yeah, it's still it's pretty good.
It's a good looking game.
So good.
What was that? I would also like to play at least one game that is in a genre that I have never touched.
And
that?
my other resolution, I guess, would be don't stop with my game of X year list. Because every year, from like January through like April, I am a fucking pro. Every time I play a game, I write it down. I put some comments down. Somewhere around mid-April, I just stop. And
You know what?
don't
I
ever
do that.
fucking do
You know
it
what?
again.
Part of my routine in the morning is, I check my email or whatever, and I pull up my spreadsheet in Google Drive, and I update it. If there's anything to update, I update
I
it.
should start doing it more.
I even put the number of hours that I've been playing. Man,
You're a
that's
spreadsheet guy, huh?
yeah, I'm a spreadsheet
That's
All right,
guy.
Gets
move
you
on.
up
We
in the
got more
morning.
questions. Moving on.
Love a good
Next
spreadsheet.
question from Chai. Is there a gaming trope that, as old and cliche as it is, you can't get enough of? For example, I love revisiting old areas in new games like Shadow of Moses and Metal Gear Solid 4, or time traveling to close a loop like Time Splitter's Future Perfect.
Man,
I like Time Splitter's Future Perfect, by the way. Not answering the question, but that's a pretty cool game.
I never got around to playing it.
That's
tropes. There's not really any tropes that are like that. I'm like super. That I've specifically recognized that I'm like totally into that come to mind.
pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, like he mentions that I also think it's cool revisiting places from old games. That's really great, but I don't feel like that's, happens often enough.
Yeah,
to really
I
be
don't
a
think
trope.
that's. Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's necessarily a trope. I think that event or that thing is few and far between. Don't get me wrong. I think any of us who played Metal Gear Solid 4 who were a fan of the series fucking loved revisiting Shadow Moses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about? Well, I think I feel like I really love this aspect of modern games, but I don't play as many games. I don't play a whole lot of games that have this, but I love it when it happens. Is any game that has like romance options. Like playing Mass Effect and
Dude,
courting
Persona
someone
games.
in a game.
Courting.
I do enjoy Persona games when I can
Yeah.
try and get as many women to fall in love with me as I can.
Yeah, like that
It's
kind of
just
stuff.
all about the chase. You know?
Yeah, man.
I'm pretty sure
This
I'm about to
is a
finish.
really minor, silly thing, but playing accounting plus VR made me think of this. But I think trophies and achievements are stupid and
Yeah.
silly, and I like it when games,
Acknowledge that.
when games make a joke of their trophies.
Did I tell you about the one from Yakuza? You might have seen it, Crispy.
Which one?
The trophy that's called "I Did It for the Trophy."
No, I don't think
When you
I don't think I've
watch
done that one.
watch your first erotic video in the game, I say erotic video.
Yeah.
It's a idol in a swimsuit or
Right.
whatever. But as soon as you watch it, a trophy pops up that says
Oh,
"I did it for
I
the
just
trophy."
watched that just so I could get the trophy,
Yeah.
not because I'm.
Yeah. Did I tell you about my
Pervin.
experience with that? I talked about it with Chad a little bit a while
think you
back.
did.
I think so,
Okay,
yeah.
I couldn't remember. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I think you talked about it like last week. Didn't
Well, no. What I found out after that, I think.
Oh no.
Well, like, because I like, because there's a lot of women in the game, and I was like, oh, I heard that all of these women are based on real people. Like, they're not just like made up things.
Yeah.
They're all like real people, and if you Google, like, you'll find that it's a person. And I guess I hadn't realized it, but like most of them are porn stars.
Really?
Yep. And yeah.
You did some research.
Well,
That,
no,
that
independent
really
research.
kind of adds a new subtext to Stardew Valley.
What?
I don't know, that game is so wholesome and
He's
innocent.
talking about Yakuza.
Oh, you're talking about
Why are we talking about
What?
Stardew Valley?
Oh, I don't know. They're talking about Stardew Valley in
Oh,
chat,
no. I'm talking
I
about
stroked
Yakuza
out for like
0.
half a second, and I thought we
you
were talking
thinking
about
that the
Stardew
characters
Valley.
in Stardew Valley are based on porn stars?
That's what I thought you were saying.
Jesus.
That changes
And I was like, that
everything.
is so weird for that game. No.
No, I'm talking about
Okay.
Yakuza 0.
No, that makes sense. That game's trash.
But I was going somewhere with that. I can't remember.
Porn stars.
Oh yeah, I'm
Porn
trying
stars
to-
in Stardew
Oh yeah, yeah.
Valley.
So and actually, I had a conversation with Chad about it the other day. Like that honestly impresses me. That Japan's cool with that. Could you imagine a Western developed game where like 90% of the women in the game were like real life porn stars? Could you imagine that
I'm
going
still
over
waiting.
well?
I'm still waiting.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't think that would go over
Not
well.
as much.
No.
So I'm very impressed that
Probably
like, Japan
not,
was
because
just
it would
kinda
be
cool with
seen.
that.
It would be like immediately taken to like
All the soccer moms across
Yeah.
the states would rise up.
they would suddenly rise up and be outraged.
Yeah.
because they'd rather see their kids playing violent.
And then our stupid fucking Congress.
But
would
anyway,
take
like
note
I
of it.
said, I'm very I'm impressed with that that everyone's cool with that. I mean, who the fuck cares? It's not like they're like having sex in the game.
Yeah, they are people.
Anyway, moving on. Speaking of, Naluffy asks,
Ooh, our first Patreon question from Naluffy
"Who is your video game waifu or husbando of 2017?"
of 2017. Oh, I feel like a really obvious answer though for a lot of people. Oh God.
No, that's not obvious for me. That's tough.
That is.
Really? You don't think a
Yeah.
lot of people are gonna just by default say 2B?
No.
Okay,
I mean, I didn't play Nier Automata, so I couldn't. No.
you should. You know what? Oh, you know what? I kind of want to go with Zelda. Man, Zelda got a butt on her in this game. I don't know if y'all noticed.
Tubi's got a better butt.
True, but I'm trying to avoid the obvious answer.
Have you seen Anne in Persona 5?
No,
Panther?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, Panther. Yeah.
Okay.
They call her Panther for a reason.
I'm gonna say the yellow one from Snipper Clips.
If you snip her just right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
That jagged hourglass form.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they're
tough.
Iroquois in chat's right. Zelda's pretty much wearing yoga pants in Zelda. And that's
Have you seen Panther?
no. I'm gonna
Nick, just Google Persona
this
5
weekend. By the way,
Panther.
is the weekend where I think I'm gonna start Persona so I can play. Like I said, a good chunk of it for
I'm trying
Game
to.
of the Year.
That's
consideration.
that's hard just because I played so many fucking games this year and I didn't write
I'm
down.
looking through
every-
my list.
The only one that's coming to me right now is PB from Mass Effect Andromeda.
Meh.
If I had played more Mass Effect, I probably would agree with you there.
I mean, if that had been a good game. I'm just kidding, Chris.
Oh wait,
It was an alright
Wait a
game.
second. Chloe.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Senua.
See,
She's a little crazy.
I think
Hey,
I know.
no,
I'm
it's-
pretty sure
you
Nick's
know
talking
what?
about
She might be
Uncharted.
crazy, but she loyal as hell.
Are you talking about Uncharted or
Chloe. Yeah, Chloe is from Uncharted.
Okay, I didn't know if that is who you're talking about. I'm making sure. Making sure.
She's like going through hell to get her boyfriend's soul back.
True.
That's
Wait, have
loyalty.
you played that yet?
No.
You have 10 days.
I
Damn
bought
it.
it today.
Play it. Everyone in this room should play it before the end of the year.
Majima is wonderful husbando material.
Dude, if I would marry Majima.
Oh wait.
I'm older than him, and
Why
look
am I
up to him.
blanking? Bayek's wife in Assassin's Creed.
I don't know. I don't care.
Fuck, I can't remember her name all of a sudden.
they
Someone in
have-
chat remind me.
Marriage back then?
Yes.
Okay.
Anya from Wolfenstein 2 she was pretty badass.
Anya. Which one was Anya?
BJ's pregnant girlfriend.
Oh, that's not his wife. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. She's pretty. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just remembered a crazy scene from Wolfenstein 2.
You talking about when she's
Yeah.
the blood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
That was something
Oh
else.
my god. I've never really been into pregnant women.
No, I
but-
got my answer.
What's your answer?
Sexy female first order officer lady from Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Okay.
Don't even know her name. She's cute though.
Cool. All right, we need to move on.
was a
Brucey the
fun
Wizard
question.
asks, is there a game that released in 2017 that was well received but didn't click with you? For example, I got 20 hours into Persona 5 before throwing in the towel because it just didn't hook me. Happy holidays, everyone, and please drive safe over the next few days. Brucey, how could you not even finish the tutorial and you put down Persona 5? I'm just kidding.
I'm going to go ahead and say, you said well received, right?
Yeah, well received game.
Dude, I've been bouncing between well-received games that haven't clicked with me all fucking year.
Yeah, I feel
Sonic
you there.
Mania kind of comes to mind.
Like Persona 5, I played, I don't know, 10, 12 hours of that?
Flint Hook was one that I couldn't get into. Did Ukulele, was that well received?
It was kind of.
Okay.
I mean, it.
Because that was one I couldn't.
That's another one that I didn't really. I supported that on Kickstarter, and it didn't really click with me ultimately because it
Yeah.
was just too.
I'm gonna say Divinity Original Sin 2, even though I am now playing it and it has quote unquote clicked, but it really took about 25 hours. of
Damn.
playing.
Dang.
And that, I mean, 25, like not 25 hours into the story, like 25 hours of like kind of playing for a while, fucking around, fucking up, restarting, doing the same thing, fucking up, restarting.
Yeah.
Like between its pre-access, like its pre-launch and
Ooh.
post-launch version.
This is a more recent one, and I don't know. I'm still planning on playing more of it, so it might click with me eventually, but I hadn't time. Sorry, Chris Davis.
Oh.
I mean, I've only played 2 hours of it, and it just hasn't clicked yet.
Just the click.
Just play a little bit more.
I'm going to.
All right, we
promise.
got a couple more questions. Let's move on. Zero Skies asks, what gift or gesture from an NPC to your main player character have you found endearing in a game you played? As an example, getting Proto Man's shield or Naoto's handcrafted watch in Persona 4.
Oh God.
Handcrafted watched? Watched?
Oh
Okay,
my
I have
God.
an
I
answer
don't remember
to this.
Naoto's.
Thank God,
gift.
because I don't.
I have an answer to this, but it's very, very spoilery
Uh-oh.
for a game
That's going to be the problem with this question.
coming
is that-
out this year. And I will just say
Maybe just say what the game is.
it's kind of an abstract
Mm-hmm.
answer to this question, but I'm going to say the final ending of Nier Automata.
Oh. Yeah.
If you want to talk about like symbolic gestures.
Put it on speaker.
She didn't say anything and she hung up.
Wow.
I wish I had an answer for this, but it's questions like this where asked for like a very specific detail.
Yeah,
that
it's
I have trouble
The question
recalling.
is NPC giving the player character.
Yeah, but
something?
like I have to like suddenly I've played like 30 games this year.
It's not about this year. It's in general.
Yeah, but like then that list suddenly becomes huge because
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to other years. I don't know.
Sniper Wolf giving Snake her handkerchief.
yeah,
That's a good one.
This is like a really hard question to just ask.
Metal
out
Gear
of the
has
blue.
quite a bit of that too.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it does.
I feel like there's probably something there in Final Fantasy that I'm just forgetting.
Like I think back to the tapes at the end of 5.
The tapes?
Yeah, the tapes that you get regarding that one character that.
Oh, okay,
mindfuck.
sure.
We're trying to avoid spoilers too.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But that's like it's very generic.
If I think of something else, I'll bring it up, but I have a feeling probably won't.
In the original Zelda, when the old man gives you a sword.
I mean,
God damn it!
I don't know. This is a hard question.
I know. We can move on.
Well, whatever. J52 gives it to Hal. I can't remember. This is a hard question to
Takes it
spring
off
on
of
someone.
her corpse.
there's.
That's not.
I'm hoping I remember the scene correctly, but
Yeah.
in the third Brothers in Arms game, Hell's Highway, there's a scene towards the end of the game in which you get a character's dog tags who had just recently died.
Mm-hmm.
And Baker, the player character, he breaks the fuck down. And it's an emotional scene.
Dude, how about the wedding ring from Fallout 4?
I don't remember
You
it.
start the game with that,
Oh, yeah.
but did you get rid of it or did you keep it in your inventory your whole
I
playthrough?
kept
I put it in a toolbox at the house.
I don't know yet because I'm going to restart that game soon.
Yeah. You should do it in VR. I'm just kidding.
Part of me is tempted, but
Probably not.
Don't.
if that was a VR mode they just added to the existing game, I would absolutely try it. But I am not about to drop $60 more to experiment with Fallout 4 VR.
Yeah.
The moment that corpse in Doom gave you the shotgun.
What?
It was so beautiful.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm having trouble remembering stuff, so we'll move on. Final question this evening from Jeroz.
Jaros.
If you can take one game that you've played and hopefully completed in 2017 and erase from your memory, what would it be and why? The reason can be both positive or negative. Be it that you don't want to remember the game anymore or you want to experience it again in the future.
Absolutely, 100%. Resident Evil 7. I would jump at the opportunity to wipe my memory and play that again from the beginning. Blank slate in VR.
Mine's going to be Hollow Knight.
Breath of the Wild.
I would agree if I could have that time sync.
Agree with what? Breath of the Wild?
Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
If you could have what?
If I had the time sync, I could devote to that.
Wait, it's
have
a
you-
fucking hypothetical question, David.
No
None
one's
of us are actually
holding.
doing
No one's
this.
holding you.
There's
to
no
this.
scenario in which you have access to mind erasing technology and not enough time to play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
If you had access to the technology, you could probably find a way to slow down time and play it anyway.
Yeah, time.
I mean,
Wow, that's crazy.
the technology is available. It's called a baseball bat,
That's not.
but
Not really. All right, well, that is all the questions this week from our patrons. Thank you, patrons, for your lovely questions. It was a good way to end the final questions for the year. Don't forget, every week before the regular show, we will post on patreon.com/4Player a thread in which you can ask us any question you would like.
Yep. And keeping in mind that our next regular show will be
Third week of January?
third week of January. So next week we're gonna have
About
our
a month.
Yeah, next week is our 2018 preview show, which is looking like it's gonna be either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday night. We have not decided 100% yet. Where we're just gonna go over all the games that are either confirmed or scheduled to release next year, so y'all can start putting together your list, and we can just talk about our hopes and dreams for those games. The week after that is the first week of January, which we will not be having a podcast. We usually skip the first week of the year. We take the week off. And then the week after that will be our 2017 award show. So we'll be going over all of our award categories and reminiscing about all the games we played in 2017. And around that time-ish, you should start to see our top 10 videos roll out.
I am not prepared for that at all.
We'll see.
Get to it.
Within the first month or two of 2017, you'll start seeing our top 10 videos.
Within the first month or two?
Yes. Be real here, Chris Davis.
Preferably within the first 21 days.
We'll talk about this later.
I think I asked that is to make these.
We'll talk about it.
This weekend, I'm going to be working on our 2 contests that we do annually. I'm going to put up our listing for highlights.
Yep.
So if you have highlights from 2017 that you think that should be
4-player highlights.
4-player highlights, obviously, that you really enjoyed and you want to make certain that end up on the survey, just go into our Discord, go to our Twitch Clips channel, and just post links.
Drop them in there. We could really use your help with that, and that'll ultimately result in a top 10 highlights of the year video where you can watch the most. What's the word I'm looking for?
The best clips.
The best clips.
As voted on by the community.
The best clips as voted by you guys.
And a lot better than the Twitch algorithm thing that we got.
And then there will be a top 10, community top 10, the top 10 games as voted by you guys.
Which I will work on this weekend, probably get it done right after Christmas.
So you'll start seeing links popping up on social media and in Discord and everything to vote for in those polls. We'd really appreciate your input.
And if you participate, you could win a free game.
And you could win a free game. We'll be giving away games, drawing people at random who participate in those surveys. So like I said, our next regular show won't be until the 3rd week of January after our award show. But by then we'll start to see some of the January stuff coming out, which will be nice. I think the first big release I can think of off the top of my head is that Dragon Ball FighterZ Z.
Yep.
Maybe. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. Oh wait, what am I doing? Whoa,
Nick?
oh my god. I'm
Nick's trying to get out of here.
Maybe I'm hungry. Let's wrap up with the 4-player minute. I totally just tried to blow our load way too soon. I'm so sorry.
Don't
4-player
blow my
minute.
load for me.
Hype, sweat, thank you, and fuck you. Who would like to go first?
I'll go.
Sweet.
My hype this week is for Wargroove. After seeing, what was it called? Tiny Metal? Tiny Metal. That looks kind of cool, but like as far as successors to the Advance Wars Throne, I have high hopes for Wargroove. And I can't wait for it to come out.
It doesn't hurt that it's medieval fantasy.
Yes, it doesn't hurt that it's medieval fantasy either. My sweat is, you know what? My sweat is actually for the Fox Disney buyout, the merger. There's some cool things that are going to come out of that, and there are some really weird, possibly negative things that are going to come out of that. Not the least of which is Fox Network. I mean, best case scenario is going to become kind of a cut rate CW joint partnership between Fox Broadcasting and whoever wants to jump in with them on that, like maybe Sony or something. One possible scenario. Another possible scenario is that it's going to become a clearinghouse for reality TV and sports pretty much exclusively. We don't know. Fox Searchlight getting acquired by Disney is also not a great thing.
Yeah.
Especially given how other subsidiary Disney studios release movies and the frequency with which they do. And also, interesting tidbit, did you know that Disney's never won Best Picture for a movie that any of their studios have put out?
Really?
That's true. The only one that
Most of their movies are shit.
The only one that counts is Miramax. They were owned by Disney for a while, but I'm pretty sure they won their Best Pictures while they were not owned by Disney.
Interesting.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up.
Although I do have to wonder how many. I mean, I know Disney is not just animated films, but
Right.
over the years, the decades,
Especially
you have to
now.
wonder how many Disney animated films actually were even nominated.
Well, they're putting up a pretty big campaign this year for Beauty and the Beast because they
that
really,
movie was good, but I don't think that was Oscar
That's
worthy.
not-
yes,
Best
but
Picture.
the point is they're doing that because they don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Because that's it. Although who knows? Maybe now that the critics really like Star Wars: Last Jedi, maybe they'll try to push that, but we'll see. Yeah, there's a lot of weird things. I mean, media consolidation, not the least of which, coming out of this whole thing.
Yeah, there's rumblings about investigations about this.
Well, it's gonna take a while for them to clear this whole thing because they can't just sign off on it. Like the regulators have to double check every step of the process. So we'll see what happens. My fuck you for this week is actually not a fuck you. It is an apology. It is an I'm sorry. I'm apologizing for last night's stream. I was a little out of it and not feeling so great, and it was a very short, stunted stream because of that. So to anybody who turned up, I apologize. And my thank you for this week goes to all of you guys. It was a lovely little gift exchange, little holiday gathering we had this evening. I love you guys, and thank you.
Oh shit!
Well, Crispy stole my thank you.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's why I got
he
in there
also
first.
stole my thank you. So
So my hype is going to go to, I don't know the best way to word it. I guess so. Crispy's next week gonna give me back the PlayStation VR because I'm gonna have some family in town that Bernadette wants to check out the VR, and now that I've seen Accounting Plus, I definitely want to check that out.
You should.
So I'm probably gonna be playing that. That's pretty exciting. And then I always like showing new people who haven't used VR, like letting them play it for the first time.
by the way,
it's a neat thing.
Robin's mom's gonna be in town mid-January, and she wants to try VR.
Mid-January is fine. I only need it for like a week while Bernadette's family's in town. But anyway, my sweat is going to go to Never Stop Sneakin. I played a little bit during the break, and I unlocked the next thing, and it didn't seem to change at all. I'll still try and play it a little more. Just on a hope and a prayer. I don't know. Maybe I can do some Google searches. I really wanted that game to be good. My thank you, like I said, is going to go to these guys here, and I guess Brad.
Bad guy.
For a lovely Christmas.
He gave you a bit of a burden rather than a gift.
Yeah.
I think that was the theme of his gift.
No,
though,
it was.
we all got burdens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, the reason
I'm kind of excited about it.
he didn't, or I spoke with him. He didn't originally want to do just like a White Elf. He wanted to give a gift that everyone. He wanted to pull a Valkyria Chronicles.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like every game he wanted to do that y'all hadn't played, like I had.
Yeah.
And so that he went with World of Goo because that was one of the only games that he chose that I hadn't finished, I guess. And the last time I played World of Goo was like in 2008.
Sorry.
But anyway, I'm thankful for you guys. And then my fuck is gonna go. It's a fuck you to myself and time. There's not much time left in this year.
10
There
days.
are still so many fucking games I want to play. It's like, early on in the year, it's like when you hear all those announcements, when we do our 20 whatever preview show, I'm like, I definitely have to play that game. And I talk to people, and like I said, I have a list going of like games that it's like I have to finish before the year's over, and I'm not gonna fucking get to them. And that's just it sucks when you can't make that. When you got to make the cut, when you're like, this game's just not gonna happen.
Yep. Hey man, I have 10 days left, and I still want to play a significant portion of Persona 5.
Yeah.
Significant portion is probably giving it too much. Like a solid chunk of hours I would like to devote to some Persona. Anyway,
that's my 4-player.
Chris Davis.
My hype this week goes to the fact that it pays to work in education because I am off officially through the 4th of January.
Damn it.
And that means I actually have time to play some video games and get caught up in a bunch of things that I previously never got around to, like Nier and Hellblade and quite a few more than that. My sweat this week goes to Recon. I fired it up on Saturday.
Wildlands?
Yes.
For the Predator thing?
I didn't want to play his game, but then they announced that Predator thing.
That,
And I was like,
that's
I have to Predator.
That...
I fucking have to Predator. And so I
didn't even-
spent...
when did you become such a huge Predator fan?
I've always been interested in the Predator. And Aliens. I like those like
It's
franchises.
very rich lore.
But I mean, my thing is that Predator has, other than like Concrete Jungle, has never gotten like a proper video game.
Yeah, I mean, Concrete Jungle is probably not.
Wait, and you think
And
this...
this is like his
You think
closest-
Ghost
interesting
Recon
game.
Wildlands is
This
going
is
to
as
provide
close
that?
as we've gotten in like 10 years. Okay. So I mean, it's you play with 4 people and you go into the jungle and you hunt the
It's
Predator.
either this or
Hunt
Mortal
you.
Kombat X. Like, as
Yeah,
far
I mean
as
that's
the
pretty
Predator.
much fucking it.
Like,
Or like Aliens vs Predator 2010. I mean that was a video game. But...
Maybe.
So I spent 3.5 hours on Saturday with Von Wolfman, just him and I doing the Predator subquest with entry level characters, like level 2 characters.
How did that go?
Jesus.
We got our asses handed to us over and over again, like 30 times.
But was it fun?
But it was fun every time.
Okay, that's
Like,
good.
The bastard will sneak up behind you and speak English and then just run off.
Just speak English.
Yeah, like he'll like he'll just like,
he'll come up behind you and talk and say something and then run off.
yeah, he will fucking mess with you.
That's
It's great.
cool.
I'm gonna try and do it again on Saturday.
I would
if
like an
people are
experience like
available.
that outside of Ghost Recon.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would like a online 4v1.
Maybe we'll get
Predator
like an
game.
Alien Isolation style Predator game, like a game that lives up to that standard of quality.
We absolutely need that, and that
would-
franchise kind of deserves it.
That would be cool.
I thank you, obviously, you guys, Christmas and all that. Very thoughtful gifts.
Are you thankful for your copy of Jason Bourne that I provided?
Yes, I am thankful for Jason Bourne. I am totally thankful for that. I already owned all
You're
the other
welcome.
films, and now my collection
Your
is
collection
complete.
is now complete.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I don't really have a fuck you this week. I mean,
You're too nice, Chris Davis.
okay, I'll give it to Square Enix because fuck them for making Eidos go work on online games. What the fuck that means? Who knows?
Nobody knows. Makes me worried about Final Fantasy too, a little bit.
Really?
I don't know.
Why?
Were they specifically referring to Deus Ex when they said that, or were they just saying
They weren't even talking about Deus Ex. They were talking about Eidos.
Okay, maybe it makes me worried about Tomb Raider a little bit. I don't know. It just makes me worried, man. Fuck. Anyways. My turn?
Your turn.
Yep.
My hype is to Moss. Because I think that might be the first release of the... Wait, no, that's a February
That's
release.
February, yeah.
Fine, scratch that. I'm still excited for Moss. But the next big release, I think, for me is going to be, like I said a few minutes ago, Dragon Ball FighterZ. I don't know why. I don't play fighting games, but occasionally when one's coming out that I'm kind of interested in, I start to get excited. And I know that I'm only going to play it for, like, a couple weeks, maybe.
dude, but this is the one to only play for a couple weeks.
Maybe this will be the fighting game that, like, I finally, like, get super into.
Did you
I
try
don't
it
know.
at E3?
Yeah.
It was dope.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
It's dope.
It's cool.
Arc System
And now
Works
there are
is quality.
good characters in it.
Yeah. I can't wait to play. Is Raccoon
And they're still revealing
Raccoon
characters
in
in
it?
this fucking
Probably.
game.
I don't
Raccoon
know.
in there? I want to play as Raccoon.
Fucking Yamcha's in it. Raccoon's gotta be,
the,
right?
the entire Ginyu Force is a character.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I haven't been keeping up to speed on it.
That's
Oh, man.
pretty cool.
The point is, every once in a while, I get that itch to kind of, be nostalgic for Dragon Ball Z, and I like fighting. I like getting excited for fighting games every now and then. So this is, and I've heard great things about Arc System Works. So
Yeah.
Arc System Works
yeah.
is like the platinum games of fighting games.
yeah,
They make very good quality games, and they churn them out like there's no tomorrow.
yeah. No, I'm getting pretty excited. That'll probably be the first big release we talk about in 2018. So getting pretty excited. My sweat goes to, this is just, mild sweat right now. A little nervous about the future of maybe the concluding chapter of the Star Wars trilogy, just because, it seems like they're kind of writing it as they go, and they're passing the baton off to different directors, and it's back in J.J. Abrams' hands, which I like The Force Awakens, so that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it just,
He's a starter, not a finisher.
yeah, and the way when you said that, kind of nervous, but whatever he does is, I mean, everything that they've done in the so far has to be approved by. I think Kathleen Kennedy is kind of the. Yeah. I think she's the.
Yeah,
she's the president.
She has to approve everything. So, and
the
she
president of Star Wars.
She seems to be making pretty good decisions so far. So, I'm not too worried. But until we know more,
she is the Senate.
Yeah. So my fuck you of the week goes to Soul Master, the boss that I'm currently stuck on Hollow Knight. Fuck that boss. But for the sake of not sounding like a broken record, I'll just kind of also give it to Crispy because he's dodging Neo.
I'm not dodging.
We're 10 days away from the end of the year, and he has not played Neo yet.
So many.
I haven't played Neo yet.
I don't care about you.
Wow.
He is a Dark Souls fan.
My hype this week is for Nick to just fucking go to hell.
And my thank you goes to everyone in this room for this lovely Christmas evening.
And only the people in this room.
I'm looking forward to reading the comic book that Crispy got me, Gotham by Gaslight.
You should. You know what, Nick? Gotham by Gaslight is very early Mike Mignola work. The creator of Hellboy.
Oh, it's Mike Mignola?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And it is fucking fantastic. And it like... You should read it. It's great.
It's also going to make me cry a little bit because of the Gotham by Gaslight game.
But the movie's coming out next year.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool.
Dude, I'm kind of excited for that Batman Ninja, or what was it?
Batman Batman Ninja.
Yeah.
I think it's called Batman Ninja.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but that looks awesome.
I'm
excited for that. But yeah, no, thank you, Chris Davis, for the Switch Pro controller. I promise you I will use it.
Dude, I love mine.
It's a good controller.
I'm not saying it's not a good controller. I'll use it.
I think our community would much prefer if you, instead of reading Gotham by Gaslight, you read that other book you got.
Oh, I forgot. My thank you goes to the community for... Where is it? Here it is. Space Raptor Butt Trilogy. Thank you, community, for gifting this wonderful... erotica to me.
You know what the best part of that cover is? The raptor in the astronaut suit.
Yeah, that's a really good Photoshop.
That's really good.
That's a really good
I missed
Photoshop.
that one. I see it.
Pass it on down.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you what. Robin texted me immediately when she saw I got that, and she was like, "Yeah." So if I don't read it, she will. But I will read it.
But this guy Chuck Tingle's like a guy. Like. He's supposed to be pretty good at what he does.
You said Chuck Tingle, and the first thing I thought of was Tingle from Zelda. And
yeah,
that's Tinkle.
Tinkle.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Tingle.
No,
I'm
God,
kidding.
It is Tingle.
I was like,
Tingle.
don't fuck with me, guys. I know it's Tingle.
Is it not Tinkle?
No, it's Tingle.
Is there a difference?
Oh my God!
Two words.
I'll be honest. There is.
Are we saying two different words?
No.
Maybe Robin will read this to me out loud.
Oh shit! While you jerk off or something?
Yeah, of course. Duh.
You heard it here first, guys, on the feed.
Robin's
gonna read.
By the light and warmth of your fireplace.
Yeah, I'll light a fire. Yeah, that'll be great.
Dude, honestly, that would probably be pretty cool.
It'll be nice and romantic and inappropriate. Anyways, that's it for our show tonight, guys. Thank you so much for listening. 4playernetwork.com is, of course, our website. You can also watch us stream games every single night at 4pp.tv. We do these podcasts every week, usually on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time if you want to catch it live. You can also support us on Patreon at patreon.com/4player, and we'd love for any and everyone who listens to the show to join us in our free community Discord. That's discord.gg/4player.
There's been a lot of action in there the past week.
A lot of action in there.
Oh, yeah.
Had a lot of people coming in like, it's funny, because we have an introductions channel. If you join, we'd love for you to introduce yourself in the introductions channel. We have people who are like, so I've been lurking in here since like 2008. Just figured I'd say I'd finally join up. And we're like, great, thanks for joining. It's great to have you here. Nothing.
Yeah.
Gone. It's like, oh, back to lurking. But it doesn't matter. We appreciate any and everyone who wants to stop by, even if you only say something like once a month. I don't care. We'd love to have you in there. But yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a safe holiday, and we will see y'all next week, sometime around Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday for our 2018 preview show. We're going to go through the huge list of all the games we'll be drowning in next year.
This is like my favorite show of the year.
That's preferably not Monday, though.
All right, Tuesday or Wednesday?
And Monday is Christmas.
Monday is
Oh, shit. Tuesday or Wednesday? The non-Christmas days.
If we're doing it Monday, we really fucked this show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. We will catch y'all next week. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.